Yeah, we'll talk color. I'm gonna watch for. I'll watch for the presentation of the colors. I don't see a color guard, so it might just be an anthem. So we should be fine. Cool. Hey, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Actually, sorry, Jimmy Root. My bad, Jim. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem here live at Berger Stadium in Southwest Travis County for tonight's Thursday night live broadcast of high school football here in the greater Austin area on KBVO TV. We thank you for joining us here in the Plains Capital broadcast booth. Might be a little cozy here in the Plains Capital broadcast booth. I'm Joe Taylor. He's Ricky Doyle. Ricky, it's all about getting better. This is phase one. District season now begins, and the thoughts of a state championship, a playoff berth, all of that is in the future. But tonight is all about getting better for WestLake and Akins.
Yeah, you got to hit these different mile markers along the course of the season if you're the WestLake Chaparrals, and tonight is a significant one. They know that people expect them to win this game by a lot. Doesn't matter. It is still the district opener. It is an opportunity to get better.
No doubt. And again, taking reps down on the sideline. I saw him earlier as Jim Knox getting warmed up down there. A little warm here pre-kickoff.
Not bad, Joe. It's all about getting better, also staying healthy. The key tonight, get the reps in, especially for Brett Skinner getting his second start. They get out of here healthy. Key for the push-up squad tonight, stay healthy. Don't pull a muscle for all the push-ups they think. Now, Matt has something new, Joe. He's doing backflips tonight. Let's check it out, Matt. Hey, not bad. Not bad, Joe. Ready for some flipping tonight here.
Not bad at all. Jim Knox down on the sidelines. He'll be with us all night long. And, of course, the coin toss here presented by Myers Elgin Sausage. That's a good look at the captains here, Colton Vosick, along with Myers Petty. And looks like here from our officials. Well, we'll get you that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups here as Westlake We'll start with the big man up front. And, of course, the starting lineup is presented by the Original Blacks Barbecue. Tyler Knapp and T.J. Shanahan are the tackles. The guards, Kyle Nattenstedt and Riley Kennedy. The center is T.J. Christian. Looking at the receivers, Jaden Greathouse and Bradley Mays are on the outside. Keaton Kaveka and Bryce Chambers are the slot receivers on the inside. And, of course, multiple quarterbacks, but Brett Skinner is getting the start. We'll see Nate Acosta in both the running back and quarterback position. Jack Kaiser back from 2 rushing touchdowns a week ago against Judson. Defensively, Brett Mays and Colton Vosick are the ends. The tackles are Nate Wyan and Caden Baining, getting his second start at the defensive tackle position here for Westlake. And the linebackers, Byers Petty and Nathan Blue. Looking at the defensive backfield, it'll be Will Maggins. 2 interceptions in 2 games, along with Denham Collins. Judson Crockett, Ty Ingramiser, and Will Courtney are the defensive backs and safeties. Looking at the offensive lineup here for the Akins Eagles. Across the front, it'll be Jamarian Carter, along with Jacob Rodriguez at the tackles. The guards are Eli Esprecion, along with Isaac Navarro. The center is Jeremiah Barba. The receivers, Jake Copeland, along with Jamal Loving and Ernesto Gonzalez. The tight end is Caleb Stever. And, of course, on the in the backfield, starting tonight, A.B. Gonzalez, 5'10", 150-pound junior, 5 of 13 passing for just 65 yards. Does have a rushing touchdown as well. J.P. Lopez joins him in the backfield as the tailback. Defensive front, a lot of guys playing both ways for Akins. Javier Rodriguez along with Logan Rauschke on the ends. The nose guard is Jacob Rodriguez. The defensive tackle is Isaac Navarro. Linebackers, there are 3 of them in this 4-3 look. Julio Menchaca along with Nick Polito. J.P. Lopez, starting tailback, also starting in the middle of the defense. Jamal Loving, Jake Copeland on the corners. The safeties are Ernesto Gonzalez and Aaron Martinez, and we're all ready for the kickoff here live from Burger Stadium. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Jim Knox joining you here, and of course the Westlake Technical Entertainment crew providing all of the images on behalf of KBVO TV's live coverage of high school football presented by Thomas J. Henry. And we're off and running here momentarily. It'll be Mateo Martinez, the junior, to kick this one away, and he's going to pop this one up. Just a short kick here, and it'll be fielded at the 35-yard line on the fair catch. So it'll be Westlake ball to start things off here, and we'll see Brett Skinner in the offense first for the Westlake Chaparrals.
Well, Joe, Jim mentioned it in the pregame show, but we've only seen Brett Skinner start 1 game at quarterback for Westlake, so this is an important evening for him to get another opportunity to get more comfortable because we don't know when Paxton Lamb will come back, so Skinner going to play an important role for Westlake the next several weeks.
Again, 3 wide receivers to begin the ball game. 2 Brett Skinner's right, 1 to his left. That's Jaden Greathouse. First down and 10. The ball marked at the 34-yard line. Skinner rolling to his right, looking downfield into double coverage. This one is underthrown and nearly picked off. Beautiful pursuit downfield by the Akins Eagles. And a good move there by Jalen Lopez. Lopez listed as the backup corner, but he at 5'7", 170 pounds, step for step on the double coverage with Jaden Greathouse, and it's incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up, 8 seconds into this one. And Akins already making a play downfield on the best receiver on the field.
Yeah, no question. We saw how good Jaden Greathouse was last week. Spectacular at Judson. That's a ball on film study tomorrow that Brett Skinner might want to have back when he talks to the coaches.
Inside handoff goes to Jack Kaiser as he knifes his way down the left hash mark across the 435 out to the 37-yard line before Julio Menchaca makes the tackle for Akins. Akins in their home blues with the gold numbers and the gold trim, white pants with the white helmet and the eagle wings on the side. 2 wide receivers each way here on a 3rd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain. Flag on the play. Skinner going up top down the left side of the field. That pass is caught by Jaden Greathouse inside the 30-yard line, just turning around and making the grab right at the 25-yard line for a first down. On the coverage was Lopez. Again, good coverage, but turning around, using his big body and hauling it in with his hands. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is all about, but I believe it is going to be against Akins. It will be declined. First down Westlake in Akins territory, and they're going to down him at the 27-yard line. So it'll be a first down and 10.
And contrast that to the first down play, Joe, when Akins was able to get a second man over there to help on Jaden Greathouse. This time he's one-on-one on the sideline. There are not many defensive backs that are going to win that battle against Jaden Greathouse.
36-yard gain. 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation here for Brett Skinner. 1 to the left, looking left again. Back to Greathouse. This one's caught inside the 15-yard line. Still on his feet. It takes 2. It takes 3. It takes 4 men, finally, to bring him down. His forward progress takes him to about the 16-yard line. Good gain of 12 yards and a first down for Jaden Greathouse again, as Brett Skinner has a favorite target early on here at Berger.
Well, you can't blame him, can you? That's a good favorite target. But it's the whole package with Greathouse, Joe. We see it right there. It's the strength. It takes 3 guys to finally get him down to the turf. The hands, we know how good they are, and he's plenty fast.
2 wide receivers each way here on the play action for Skinner. Looking, surveying, firing towards the end zone. That pass caught by Keaton Quebecer for the score. A 15-yard touchdown strike, his 3rd passing touchdown of the season, his first tonight, as Skinner finds Quebecer for 6. Touchdown Westlake.
And just when you focus on Jaden Greathouse, you remember, oh wait, there's another Division I talent at the wide receiver position for Westlake, Keaton Quebecer, all alone across the middle there.
Carter Aggie got his first field goal on his first try as a first-year senior varsity player. Knocked one in against Judson in the 4th quarter from 41 yards out of the hold of Sockwell, the snap of Helms. The extra point is good. Just like that, 10:43 remain here in the first quarter. It is Westlake 7, Akins nothing. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
Good, then there's mighty fine.
The I-9 scoring drive. Again, of course, Thomas J. Henry High School Football live here on KBVO TV. 5 plays, 66 yards, and a 15-yard pass to Keaton Quebecer from Brett Skinner. His 3rd touchdown pass of the season. Westlake leading 7-0. That one took 1 minute and 17 seconds off the clock. And, of course, the scoring drive presented by I-9 Sports. And with that, Barnett will kick this one off. Spencer dropping this one about 5 yards deep in the end zone for the touchback. So we get a look at the Akins Eagle offense now. And, of course, not much offense, only 21 points in the first 2 ball games, averaging just over 10.5 points per game, Ricky. But tonight's not about scoring. Tonight's just about being able to run the offense and trying to get forward motion, if you will. Again, this is going to be a tough test. A.B. Gonzalez, first start, junior, 5'10", 150-pound, had been sharing the quarterback duties with DJ Thompson. He is out. Thompson was 14 of 33, 136 yards, 3 picks, no touchdowns. So again, it's been a tough road in the first 2 ball games. Of course, we mentioned the 64-14 loss at Hayes, and then 38-7 loss versus Elgin. Those are 2 games last year that Akins won. So on the pistol formation, the handoff will go to Lopez. JP, not much running room. It'll be behind the line of scrimmage at the 24. A loss of 1 on the play, and already Westlake's defense flexing its muscle on the first play, and backwards go the Akins Eagles to the 24-yard line.
And Joe, you mentioned those being 2 games that Akins won a year ago. We were talking before the broadcast about their start to last season, 4-1 start.
And then 38-7 loss versus Elgin. Those are 2 games last year that Akins won. So on the pistol formation, the handoff will go to Lopez. JP, not much running room. It'll be behind the line of scrimmage at the 24. A loss of 1 on the play, and already Westlake's defense flexing its muscle on the first play, and backwards go the Akins Eagles to the 24-yard line.
And Joe, you mentioned those being 2 games that Akins won a year ago. We were talking before the broadcast about their start to last season, 4-1 start for Akins. This is a program, Joe, that when they do have some of the bodies, they had some D1 talent last year, is capable of winning games. A little thinner roster this season, obviously making it tougher, but it is an Akins program that has shown itself capable over the last several years.
A.B. Gonzalez is not the quarterback. It's now Jody Mendoza. Mendoza into the ball game now, tries to hand it off here to the right side. Once again, JP Lopez just trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of about a half a yard. It's going to set up 3rd down and 10.
You talk about it a lot, you and John, Joe, that it is not easy to run outside on Westlake. They forced that run to the boundary. The Westlake defense, the pursuit, always so good there to wrap them up immediately.
Inside 9:45 to play first quarter. Already 7-0 Westlake as you join us live on KBVO TV. And, of course, our Westlake Nation Media Network lit up on the Shap app at 101.9 here inside Burger Stadium. And, of course, 95.5 on the HD2 FM dial. And, of course, 1370 on the AM dial and the Westlake Shap app. Two wide receivers to the right of Mendoza. He drops the ball, has no choice but to fall on it. So it'll be a negative play here as he had to just immediately jump on the ball. Nothing wrong with the snap, maybe a little low. We get a look at the replay. He just mishandled it as Mendoza had to just dive for it. The senior just falling on it after a 6-yard loss back to the 19-yard line. And it's punting time for Akins with 9 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Mendoza fortunate to be able to fall on that one, at least not giving Westlake too short of a field. Punt the ball here, make Westlake work a little bit harder on this second drive.
Mendoza, no stats in the passing game, so we've heard that he is Mr. Athlete when it comes to Akins. He can play linebacker, he can play receiver, he can also play quarterback, and we're seeing him in this first series get some reps. Martinez will punt this away, and here come the Westlake Chaparrals. He gets this one away. Good punt, fielded at the 48-yard line. And once again, going back to work is Jaden Greathouse across the 30 to the 20. He's going to run this one back, looking for flags. There are none, and he runs it back from 52 yards out. Jaden Greathouse scores on another punt return for a score. Westlake again on the board on special teams. Last week it was from 61. This time from 52. Jaden Greathouse with an open window there, and he took it to the house. Touchdown, Westlake.
The return was so good last week that this one didn't look nearly as impressive, Joe, but still, what a weapon for Westlake in the special teams. We'll be talking about that Judson return all season long, but Greathouse back-to-back weeks taking one to the house.
Carter Aggie on for the extra hold, out of the hold. Joe Sockel on the staff of Jake Helms. It is good. 8:20 to play first quarter. Westlake up on Akins, 14-0. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
Attorney Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a young man, he's had a passion for helping others. And after 35 years of being an attorney, he still wakes up each day with that same burning desire. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
It's the Howdy Honda Summer Sale, and it's happening right now at HowdyHonda.com. We have a growing selection of new and pre-owned Hondas in stock and ready to deliver. Get zero down on any car on the lot. Make no payment for 90 days. Right now, we've got plenty of cars at or under $15,000. That means zero down and only $250 a month. Call us now, log on now, do it now at Howdy Honda and HowdyHonda.com. But you better hurry because it all ends Monday night.
The Cobra Cadillac of Austin Westlake Photo Gallery here. Of course, a feature on the Westlake broadcast here on KBVO TV. Coming to you live on Thursday night. Again, our thanks to Roger Wallace and Thursday Night Crew for letting us take over the airwaves here with Westlake and Akins. Again, scoring drive, just a 52-yard punt return for Jaden Greathouse. Keaton Quebeca with the game's first score, already 14-0. As Spencer Barnett lines up his second kickoff of the evening. 8:20 to play first quarter. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Jim Knox down on the sidelines. Pop-up kick here for Barnett, looking for a return. Now it's just going to hop there, and it's gone 10 yards. And unfortunately for the Westlake Chaparrals, it will be down at the 11-yard line.
I think
and it will be Westlake ball because no one touched it, and it went 10 yards. So I'm not too sure what Akins was trying to do there at the 11-yard line. They were just trying to back it off, and I think there was just a little miscommunication there with Jamal Loving, but I don't believe in that situation that Ernesto Gonzalez actually touched the football.
Formation against Westlake, the kicking team. All 10 players were not inside the 5-yard mark. 5-yard penalty will re-kick.
Okay, so that doesn't matter now, but a procedure penalty on a kickoff alignment. Interesting. But as that goes, Ricky, when you're looking at just basic special teams. This came up last week because Judson had their issues on special teams. Not just what with Westlake was doing, but just in general execution because of the rush that comes. And I think when you spend a lot of time on special teams like Westlake does, I think this is really where it starts to show. They kind of know the rules, and sometimes they are so quick downfield that it flusters other teams, and they panic in the moment, like that punt that came backwards last week for the safety, something that has obviously happened before. You and I just haven't seen it.
Well, you tend to think of special teams as one of those coaching cliches where they always talk to you about how important that aspect of the game is. But then you see in a game like last week against Judson how much of an impact it can have in the game. As Judson was in that football game in the first and second quarter before the special teams just totally unraveled and allowed Westlake to pull away. Akins with a fortunate break there, going to get another opportunity to get the ball back here.
On that 52-yard return, it was a 34-yard punt. A 52-yard touchdown return for Jaden Greathouse will re-kick, and Barnett already kicked this one short. And it's going to back him up to the 35-yard line. So we got a 5-yard penalty. Not going to change anything here. I don't perceive Spencer Barnett doing anything, but that ball was live the second it went beyond 10 yards. Westlake had every right to it, but we'll see if Jamal Loving lets this one go, and he does. So despite the 5 yards, Barnett's just like, I'll just kick it out of the end zone, no big deal. So it's a touchback. And again, the Akins offense will come out on the field. Mendoza was behind center in the spread offense. Head coach Joey Sachs in his second year, 4-8 in his career. And of course, one more games for Akins last year. The squad that they had last year, again, just an amazing amount of Power 5 athletes, and it was right up front with a big Kentucky commit. And we had a number of guys for this Akins Eagles ball club really ball out in that senior campaign, despite the fact that they went on that skid after the 4-1 start and finished 4-6. That's more wins for Akins last year than the previous 2 seasons combined. Of course, that includes the COVID season, unfortunately. And it already looks like we are going to place this ball at the 25-yard line, which is
where the ball goes. No, you're right, though, Joe. Akins was in the playoff conversation last season up until the final couple weeks, and that's got to be always the goal for Akins, is just get yourself in the conversation for a playoff spot.
Handoff goes to J.P. Lopez. He runs right. Wyand in there at the back end of that stop along with Will Courtney. A gain of 1 on the play to the 26-yard line.
We've seen these games get lopsided so quickly in years past with Westlake going up against some of their district foes. The challenge if you're Akins is what do you do to just keep this thing from getting out of hand too quickly? And one of the big ways to do that is keep the offense out on the field, at least for a little bit, Joe. Pick up a first down or 2 so your defense isn't constantly facing that short field.
Jay Copeland split out wide to the left along with Loving. That's Jamal with 2 M's. Good-looking receiver at 6'1", 170 in the left slot. To the left of Jody Mendoza. Mendoza turns and hands it off to J.P. Lopez, the junior, just plowing forward back to the original line of scrimmage to the 26. And once again, Ford Thompson coming in on that rotation on the defensive front, able to wrap him up there and keep J.P. Lopez contained to set up 3rd down and 9.
You understand Akins wanting to slow this game down, Joe, keep that clock running, but running right into the heart of the Westlake defense is going to be a difficult option for them, especially with the size of that offensive line, undersized this season.
2 wide receivers to Lopez's left. He's got Stever in front of him as the tight end, the extra blocker. Now he's flushed out. Rolling to his left, looking to throw. That pass incomplete. Judson Crockett right there defensively against Jamal Loving. The 6'1", 170-pound senior also plays corner as well. Had 2 catches, 36 yards coming into this one with a long of 25 and an average of 19. He's the guy that you want to get the ball in his hands and let him work in space. He's the speed threat. But it's 4th down yet again and punting time. Heath McCree back deep to receive. It'll be the Advanced Orthopedics fan cam. A lot to cheer about. 14 early points in this one. Of course, the touchdown strike to Keaton Quebeca and the 52-yard punt return for a score. And now McCree getting the opportunity to return punts here. That's enough of Jaden Greathouse as McCree will try to let the offense take the field for the second time. 6:50. Here comes the rush. Martinez gets it away. This will be a short punt. And now McCree's going to let this one bounce right by him into Westlake territory. It'll be down at the 46-yard line. Looked like Keaton Quebeca may have gotten a fingertip or 2 on that one, so a partial block again. We saw that last week with Bryce Chambers, and it turned into 7 points due to field position. Now, obviously, good field position here at the 46-yard line in Westlake territory.
And Keaton Quebeca, as good as he is at wide receiver, is just as good on special teams. He has been so good particularly on the punt block unit for Westlake the last several seasons. He almost had the first punt tonight, gets in there, maybe gets a fingertip on that one again on the second punt for Akins.
It's a 29-yard punt for Aaron Martinez. 2 wide receivers each way here for Brett Skinner. Already with a touchdown pass this evening. Now looking to throw. Jaden Greathouse in space. Nice block there by Quebeca. Greathouse across the 50 to the 45 before he's double teamed there by Martinez and Mendoza. Nice job there by Aaron Martinez and Jody Mendoza. Not often you see a quarterback go out and play safety, but that's exactly what Mendoza's doing. And that's where the respect comes in for these Akins Eagles, folks. This is a man's game right now for the Eagles. Down 14 points and your quarterback's playing outside linebacker. Skinner back to pass. On 2nd and 1 after the 9-yard gain. Rolling right, looking to throw. Flag down. Has Greathouse towards the sideline on the far side. That one is incomplete. Good coverage there by Copeland downfield for Akins. We'll have to see what the flag's all about. Incidentally, that was a 29-yard punt for Martinez. It was partially blocked.
Holding on the offense, number 56. 10 yards previous spot. Replay the down.
So that will turn it into 2nd and 11 with 6:03 to play first quarter. Westlake leading Akins 14-0 in the District 26 6A opener. Of course, the other opener tonight, Anderson and Austin High. And all eyes on the man named Dale for the Anderson Trojans, Fred Kimball. And we are looking forward to that one. Again, Westlake and Anderson coming up later this season. Want to see how he does against the Maroon defense.
I was going to say, it's been a great start to the season for Anderson. Hopes are high.
2nd and 11, looking to throw downfield here. Just a high arcing pass that's caught near the Westlake sideline by Brad Mays. Mays makes the catch. The tackle made by Loving in front of the Westlake bench, just inside the 42-yard line at the 41. It's a first down, but a flag is down.
Couldn't tell, Joe, but maybe a face mask there late.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense, number 8. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run and a first down.
Yeah, so that's 15 yards on top of the first down. So this is going to take it down inside the 30-yard line, down to the 26 on the right hash mark here. Westlake and Brett Skinner with 2 wide receivers to his left, a back on either side, looking to run the ball. No play action, going to fire it out to the boundary. That pass caught again as they involved an outside receiver, and this time it's Keaton Quebeca. And that's the beauty of Quebeca at Swiss Army knife, as he picks up another first down inside the 15-yard line down to the 13. Loving and Gonzalez are on the stop. Again, he can play the inside slot receiver or the outside slot receiver. That was the touchdown pass. He was coming from the slot. Now he can play the wideout. Now he's back in the slot, this time on the left side. Now Acosta getting the call straight up the gut. Acosta still on his feet at the 2 at the goal line, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Westlake. Again, a 13-yard touchdown run by Nate Acosta. Acosta into the end zone. And it's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. Had one against Ridgepoint. And he comes back here to cap the drive quickly for the Westlake offense. And it's a touchdown for the Westlake Chaparrals.
You see on the replay there, Joe, a fantastic block from Riley Kennedy, who's pulling outside from his right guard position to kind of free Acosta there.
Carter Aggie on for the extra point. The snap from Helms, the hold by Sockwell, and it is good. 5:21 to play first quarter. Westlake 21, Akins nothing. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
Thomas J. Henry. Real clients, real reviews. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Covert Ford in Austin is your family-owned and operated dealership since 1909. We know our community and we know trucks. Come on in and check out our huge selection of available F-150s. More selection than anyone in the market. Or lock in special rates on any custom order F-150 you choose. 2.9% for 60 months, 3.9% for 72 months, or even 84 months at only 4.9%. These specials apply to custom order units only, and they don't come around often. Come see us at Covert Ford in Austin, or follow us on social media. When it comes to your dealership, don't look any further than Covert Ford in Austin. CovertFord.com.
We welcome you back. A full moon here for Thursday Night Football. Thomas J. Henry High School Football live on KBVO TV. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Jim Knox here in just a moment after the kickoff. A 5-play, 54-yard drive, a 13-yard run by Nate Acosta, his 2nd of the season. First of the night, Westlake leading 21-0. Spencer Barnett will have the wind to blow the ball off the tee. We'll Go down to Jim Knox after the kickoff. Spencer has the, again, it's funny, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of wind, but what wind there is just drifting the ball off the tee.
I was going to say, you look at the flagpoles in the end zone, and they're not moving at all.
So Tommy McIntyre, part-time outfielder, part-time hitter, part-time safety, will hold this one for Spencer Barnett. He'll drill this one. Short kick. It'll be fielded by Kalen Lopez, and it's fair caught. So again, good field position here, or average field position here for the Akins Eagles. Let's go down to the sidelines of Jim Knox. Jim?
All right, Joe, coach is right here on the bench just telling everybody, hey, stay on it, stay on it. These guys just came out, the chaps came out, just very business-like approach. No rah-rah here, rah-rah there. They're just taking care of business, and we're going to see a lot of new faces coming in shortly.
No doubt. That's the goal here for both ball clubs. Get those reps in. Obviously, Akins really reeling in the injury bug. Obviously, a lean lineup here. Certainly nothing like they had last year. And these men that are for the Akins Eagles running out there and playing tough. Obviously, this is the hand they were dealt. Life lessons all over the place in the game of football, folks. And there's two things you can do. You can go home or you can play. The Akins Eagles are playing. Hats off to them. Jody Mendoza in the pistol formation, looking to hand it off. Now looking to get it to Jalen Lopez. Lopez tackled in the backfield, back near the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the play. As Jalen Lopez, his first carry goes backwards.
Joe, I think the point you're making about Akins is right on. They come out here, they play hard, but it goes both ways, right? Westlake understands what people expect from them here tonight. So for Westlake to come out, to respect the opponent, to play hard, and to get out to the quick lead as you were expected to do, also says a lot about the Westlake program.
Splitting out wide here. Got a couple of new faces going into the ball game here as wide receivers for the Akins Eagles. We'll get you those names here in a moment. Stever going in motion as a tight end to the right of the formation. Now looking on the RPO. Give to Lopez. Jalen, not much room to work with. Able to dance out at the 21 to the 22-yard line. A lot of chaps at the bottom of that pile, including Nathan Blue. It'll be a 1-yard gain to set up 3rd and long.
We still see Colton Vasek in the game for Westlake. You got to wonder, though, you would imagine that some of these starters on the D-line, starters everywhere, aren't going to stay in there for too much longer for the Chaps.
Calvin Farron, the senior wide receiver, was the young man that came into the ball game. 2 wide receivers to the right of Mendoza. Jody with a back Doza. Jody with a back to his left. And now timeout is going to be called here. It's an official timeout.
Timeout. Akins, they're first of the half.
Akins is going to take the timeout. We will take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
At Thomas J. Henry, our results speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
I'm Barrett Black, 4th generation pitmaster for Kent Black's original Black's Barbecue. There's only one original Black's, and it all started when my great-grandfather Judge Black drove 100 cattle into Lockhart in 1932. The oldest in Texas, same family, 5 generations. Still cooking barbecue the same for 90 years. Quality brisket and that famous Lockhart post oak. Others try to copy us, but no one comes close. If it's not Kent Black's original, then it isn't Black's. Smoked to perfection on Guadalupe in Austin, Lockhart, San Marcos, and New Braunfels. Come see us.
We welcome you back. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Jim Knox with you here. Of course, the Westlake Technical Entertainment crew providing all the images tonight. Now on 3rd and long out of the timeout. The delayed handoff here to Lopez, and he's going to be run down here on the one-arm tackle by Caden Baiting. Nathan Blue and Byers Petty kind of in the area, along with Denham Collins, but it was that one arm of Caden Baiting that drug him to the ground. A big-time loss on 3rd down, and it's 4th and long here. Power move there by Caden Baiting.
Been really impressed with Caden Baiting this season, Joe. Obviously not a name a lot of people knew much about coming into this season, but he's been making his presence felt in the first couple of weeks.
So to back it up to the 17-yard line, 4th and 18. And once again, Aaron Martinez will punt away. This time Heath McCree inside his own 50. Here comes the rush, and again, a partial block. This one's going to sail out of bounds here just outside the 30-yard line. So a short porch yet again. Once again, Keaton Quebeca getting through, trying to put as much of a pinky on it as he possibly can to alter the trajectory of the ball, and he got it again. The ball will be marked right at the, well, they're going to call it down at the 29-yard lines, out of bounds on the Akins bench at the 29-yard line in Eagle territory. So once again, a short porch here for the Westlake Chaparrals. Incidentally, Brent Skinner 6 of 7 for 91 yards and a score. Akins before that play an minus 8 rushing yards so far. 12-yard punt on the deflection. Partial deflection, I should say.
Kansas coaching staff, take note. Use that young man on special teams when he gets to Lawrence next season.
Skinner has Kaiser to his right, Quebeca and Chambers to his left, Greathouse and Mays to his right. Skinner on first down and 10 with 3 minutes straight up to play in the quarter. Westlake with a 21-0 lead. Back to pass. Looking. Now just going to dump it off to Jack Kaiser. Kaiser at the 30 to the 25. Eludes one tackler. Stays on his feet. Stutter step. Spin move. Still on his feet inside the 15-yard line. The man is a joystick. That is what he is. Just hitting all kinds of X and A's and B's. And finally, out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line at the 13. First down run for Jack Kaiser. The man doesn't stop here on this Thomas J. Henry replay. Should have been down right there. He's not. Should have been down right there. He's not. It takes 2 men to drag him out of bounds, and one of them is a defensive lineman. First down and 10. Skinner looking to hand it off here. Kaiser straight up the gut, following his blocker, Bryce Chambers, straight up the gut. Did he get in the end zone? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Jack Kaiser, with a little bit of locomotive help. How about clear the lane? Bryce Chambers on a downfield block. That's the physical play that you expect from Westlake wide receivers. Right up the gut, follow Chambers, Pater, touchdown Westlake.
Yeah, usually you're following the big offensive lineman. In this case, follow your wide receiver. I was just thinking, Joe, it's 21-0. We've barely even heard the name Jack Kaiser so far tonight. Well, that changed on those last 2 plays.
6th rushing touchdown of the season for Kaiser. Eggy bangs through the extra point. And with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter, it's Westlake 28, Akins nothing. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
This holiday season, Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. It's perfect for all ages. Join us December 8th through 11th to celebrate the 17th annual Nutcracker Spectacular, presented by the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin. Tickets on sale October 15th. Get them online at nutcrackerspectacular.com.
We welcome you back to Covert Cadillac of Austin Westlake Photo Gallery. Images from Burger Stadium here in Southwest Travis County. Once again, Spencer Barnett going to eye a kickoff here, 28-0. As Westlake continues to lead, Barnett's going to launch this one about 6 yards deep into the end zone. Another touchback for Spencer Barnett.
Might have a tired right leg by the end of this evening, Joe. I don't know if we'll get a backup in on the kickoff duties, but...
Well, you got a couple of kickers that can definitely get some work in, but he's been doing a lot of work, has Spencer Barnett, just walking right into that role that his older brother had last year. And, of course, who can forget that huge field goal in the state championship game? Got so excited for that boot at AT&T Stadium that I forgot to tell everybody how long it was because I don't even drive that far. So it's pretty impressive stuff.
I honestly still, I just remember sitting there thinking they're not really going to try a field goal right here, are they?
You see them line up in a kind of a short, coffin corner type punt return. It's that regular punt formation. And then I wish I could have been, you were on the sidelines, but I wish I could have been in the headset of Todd Dodge because I wish I could have heard what Charlie Barnett, now at Army, said to him to get an opportunity to try that long field goal. So Mendoza looking to hand off here on first down and 10 for Akins, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and the ball carrier does that Once again, we're seeing a steady diet of a number of running backs here. This time it's Jalen Lopez. We saw J.P. Lopez, and that's some of the challenges that Joey Sachs and Isaac Rodriguez, the offensive coordinator, you got guys that play on both sides of the ball. You got to figure out how you're going to split up time, really. That's what's alarming sometimes when you have Iron Man football like they're playing in the majority of their skill position spots. How do you give this guy some time on offense and then save him for defense? Just a challenge on all sides when it comes to what Akins is doing here. Again, one more opportunity to talk about just how much respect everybody in AISDs have for what Akins is doing here tonight.
Yeah, not an enviable position at all, Joe, but you're right. A lot of respect for the effort they're bringing here tonight. Very one-dimensional on offense right now, which obviously makes it even more difficult for them.
Nathan Blue leading a slew of tacklers. He was the first one there on the handoff as Lopez turned and gave it to Jalen Lopez, the junior tailback. And he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss back to the 23.
Yeah, excuse me, Joe, just to finish that thought, it's clearly Akins doesn't feel like it can throw the ball against Westlake. That's probably partially due to the strength of the Westlake defensive line and the pass rush. But when Westlake can just focus on only stopping the run, makes it a very, very difficult road for the Akins offense. And we've only seen them try to throw it a couple of times.
That last scoring drive presented by I-9 Sports, 2 plays, 29 yards, 13 of the 29 belonged to Jack Kaiser. Of course, he had the lion's share of the passing yards in that one as well. The gift from the dangerous screen pass to Kaiser, a 30-second drive. Mendoza looking to hand it off. He turns out of the pistol formation, and then all kinds of tacklers stand up Lopez. But once again, Nathan Blue, along with Denham Collins, clogging up that gap and has absolutely nowhere to run.
How often do we talk about Denham Collins liking to mix it up, Joe? He's not just a cover corner. He likes to get in there. He likes to hit people. He likes to make tackles.
Physical player, and it's one that's going to be on everybody's scouting report when it comes to the next level. He has turned himself into an incredibly physical and dynamic player. Of course, we saw the big 77-yard touchdown that kind of happened on a fluke ball that was really wind-aided. Again, I think it was just one of those things that was mistimed, but and you can't overcome Anthony Evans' speed. The Oklahoma commit got behind it and ran it back for 77 yards. But that'll do it for the first quarter of play. And Westlake dominant here at Berger Stadium in the District 26.
That is the end of the first quarter.
6A opening. And as our referee Brian Jones says, that is the end of the first quarter. Westlake 28, Akins nothing. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
There's good, then there's mighty fine.
We welcome you back to live coverage. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. Of course, Westlake and Akins, powered by St. David's South Austin Medical Center. On 4th and 11, sides flip here. Martino's left to field a low punt. Here it comes, and just getting it off. Maybe again, Keaton Quebec getting a hand on that one. McCree's going to let this one bounce, and it'll bounce inside the 40 and actually get a pretty good Akins roll down to the Westlake 37-yard line. It just seems like every time there's a snap, whether it goes a little high, whether it goes a little low, every time there's a little bit of a hiccup, it feels like Keaton Quebec is going to get through for a punt block.
I think Keaton Quebec's eyes got big on that one, Joe, because he was through quickly on that one. He had an opportunity, if he got a piece of that one, to maybe take it the other way for a score. But again, great field position for Westlake.
Net punt at 38 yards. And once again, Westlake's offense will come out. Acosta will be the featured tailback here. Good to see the big man at right tackle. And the recent Texas A&M commit, TJ Shanahan. He's also our Chap of the Week. So if you're listening to our live radio coverage and live audio streaming, that's coming up at halftime. Two wide receivers each way, looking for a quick hit here to the right side of the field in front of the Akins bench. Here on the boundary, that is Brad Mays with the catch. Jake Copeland on the tackle, but a good gain just outside the 45-yard line. The 46, about a 9-yard gain to Brad Mays, who's really starting to come into his own with this matchup here. Get a quick out to Brad Mays. Gets Westlake 9 yards, sets up 2nd and 1. Three wide receivers to Brett Skinner's left, one to his right. Now looking to throw quickly again. This one caught over the middle for a first down by Bryce Chambers. Chambers at the 45, diving forward and surging forward to the 43-yard line before he is dragged down from behind. Good effort there from the defensive front. He's got to get a handle on Bryce Chambers, who kind of caught in traffic, but Abada, along with Aaron Martinez, there to tie him up as well. Of course, Abada, the younger brother of Michael Abada, former quarterback here at Akins Eagles. Three wide receivers to the right of Skinner, one to his left, going left. That pass caught at the 35-yard line on the sideline in front of the Westlake bench. Foot 5 and 180 pounds and 15 years old. That is Brody Wilhelm. He is a sophomore in a man's body on the outside. That's good for his first catch as a Westlake chaparral.
That kind of reminds me of when Keaton Kubeka first arrived at Westlake a couple of years ago. Didn't play a ton that first year, but you saw him over there on the sideline. You're like, that guy looks the part. We see what he's become now, and I've been waiting to see Brody Wilhelm so we get a chance tonight.
Two wide receivers each way here on the handoff. Acosta makes one man miss inside the 30, makes another man miss right at the 25, churning his legs inside the 20, right at the 22-yard line. Thought he might break one more. Again, the middle of the defense kind of all involved in corralling Nate Acosta, who just had very, very tricky and shifty moves. And it's a first down run for Nate Acosta. Big time gain here, just outside the Raising Cane's red zone at the 22-yard line.
And he might not be Jack Kaiser, but he's not easy to bring down, Joe.
Different kind of runner. Two wide receivers each way here for Skinner. Back to pass on first down and 10. Looking to the right side of the field. Has a man. That's caught. Mays makes the catch at the 15. Stays on his feet inside the 10. Down inside the 5. He dives for the pylon. Did he get in? No, he did not. Just shy of the goal line, says our officials, but it is just inside the 1. Ernesto Gonzalez was the last man there, and he made the tackle just inside that 1-yard line. First and goal, Westlake.
Watching Brad Mays develop and emerge for Westlake these first couple of weeks reminds me of Pierce Turner last year, Joe. We need those guys that are the third option, the fourth option. Turner was such a weapon for Westlake a year ago. Maybe Brad Mays can be that this year. First and goal, and now Skinner looking to roll it out. Fires towards the end zone. Kubeka gets his second touchdown pass of the night, as Kubeka hauls it in for the 1-yard touchdown grab. And for the senior wide receiver, Keaton Kubeka, as Ricky mentioned, headed to Kansas. The Kansas commit doing some work here. Already with 2 touchdown passes here in the first half and 3 for the season. And it's another score for the Westlake Chaparrals with 9:05 to play here in the half. I think we got a flag down on the field right now, Joe, trying to see exactly what that's for. It came in very late.
Brian Jones will do the
After
talking.
the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Westlake, number 73. That 15-yard penalty we enforced after the extra point.
So Tyler Knapp, the guilty party there. Sockwell will hold this one. I believe still Carter Eggy is doing the kicking for the Westlake Chaparrals here. And from the staff of Jake Helms and the hold of Sockwell, he puts it up and through with 9:05 to play here in the first half. It is Westlake 35, Akins nothing.
Defense.
Back in a moment. This is
Decline.
Westlake
The try
football.
is good.
Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
It's the Howdy Honda Honda summer sale, and it's happening right now at howdyhonda.com. We have a growing selection of new and pre-owned Hondas in stock and ready to deliver. Get zero down on any car on the lot. Make no payment for 90 days. Right now, we've got plenty of cars at or under $15,000. That means zero down and only $250 a month. Call us now, log on now, do it now at Howdy Honda and howdyhonda.com. But you better hurry because it all ends Monday night.
It's our Covert Huddle play of the quarter going up top here in the first quarter, first drive. From 15 yards out, Keaton Quebec gets touchdown number 1. He also caps touchdown number 2 with a drive here in the second quarter. 6 plays, 63 yards, the 1-yard touchdown pass from Brett Skinner to Keaton Quebec, his third touchdown pass of the evening for Brett Skinner. Of course, our scoring drive, as always, presented by I9 Sports. Hope you're following us on social media, Westlake Nation on Instagram, and of course, Westlake Nation on Facebook as well, and at Westlake_Nation on Twitter. That's the news, the official news and information outlet for all Westlake athletics. So that's Barnett going to pop this one up here, and it's going to be caught at the 25-yard line. Brilliant effort there by Kalen Lopez as he dove to the 26-yard line to make a spectacular catch. It'll be Akins' ball. First down and 10. Of course, they're going to get good field position here due to the penalty. The unsportsmanlike conduct called against Westlake gives them their best field position of the night on a caught kickoff return at the 26-yard line.
I was going to say, Joe, it's not great when your best field position of the night is your own 26-yard line. Kind of tells you how the first quarter and a half has unfolded here for Akins this evening.
35-0 with 9:03 to play first half here at Burger Stadium. Joe Taylor alongside Ricky Doyle. We'll hear from Jim Knox in a moment, patrolling the sidelines. Seeing a lot of guys getting some opportunities here. Seeing Tommy McIntyre checking into the ball game here. Now Lopez gets the call. J.P. Lopez gets the handoff from Mendoza. Not much running room there. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but then forced backwards. Met in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. It'll be second down at 12.
Akins has continuously tried to probe this Westlake defensive line, but it hasn't mattered who has been in there for the Chaps. They have not given up any running room to the Eagles.
And just eyeballing who is in the ball game here for the Chaps, trying to see if anybody else is getting some playing time early on here in the second quarter. So far, it's more of the same. We see the men up front of obviously on a rotation. Second down and 12 here. We mentioned McIntyre. Now the handoff going to J.P. Lopez. Good running room across the 25 out to the 26 to the original line of scrimmage. Down at the 27-yard line. Seeing Peyton Luther in the ballgame. Of course, the younger brother of Sage Luther playing for Colgate. Opening week of college football. How do you like this? Colgate, which is in New York. How about go all the way to Stanford and play Austin McClendon also on that Colgate ball club. Peyton getting an opportunity to play here. Right in the same spot that his brother did for 3 years.
And his brother played it well, Joe. So if he can replicate what his brother brought to the Westlake defense, that'll be a pretty good deal.
On the gain of 3, it's third down and 9 for Mendoza. Mendoza with J.P. Lopez behind him in the pistol formation. Loving in the slot right with Stever, the tight end, to his left. On third and 9, Mendoza with the snap. Pulls it back. Now trying to elude a tackler. Throwing outside. This one is caught. And it's caught for a first down. They are going to call that a catch. And Loving comes down with it, and the chains move. A 9-yard catch. Positive play there from the Akins Eagles, and they move the chains. Nice little rollout pass here. Despite the pursuit downfield. Good effort by Robert Ormond to try to get to Mendoza. Mendoza with a good throw on the run, and I believe, Ricky, that is the first pass play, and it goes for a first down.
Yeah, nice to see Akins move the sticks there. Robert Ormond getting an opportunity. Very nearly picked up the sack there, but good play from Akins to move the sticks.
So a 9-yard gain out to the 37-yard line. First down and 10, inside 7 minutes to play in the half. Handoff goes to J.P. Lopez. Not much running room. Ormond right there in the middle of it, along with Ford Thompson. I tell you what, Ford Thompson just playing out of his mind in that rotation. Getting an opportunity down in there. And it's tough when you've got 4 or 5 guys that can go, and of course, Wyatt Dollar's going to get an opportunity to come back and get in the mix. The Advanced Orthopedics fan cam. A lot of red, a lot of blue. Watching this one, of course, a lot of families up there waiting for the opportunity to see some guys that don't get a whole lot of playing time to get in the mix here. Of course, Andrew Lindley back on the field. 2 total tackles last week against Judson. Made some plays. Now on 2nd down and 11 on the loss of 1 on the run to Lopez. This time again, RPO opportunity here. They give it up the middle to the 35, back to the 37-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage. And that is Abada. Abada getting the carry here as both a part-time linebacker and, of course, a part-time running back. 5'10", 165-pound junior, has 1 total tackle in 2 games. But the younger brother of Michael Abada. Of course, we talked about Abada a lot over the last 2 seasons with the Akins Eagles. A guy that has really steered Akins into that 4 wins in their first 5 ball games in the 2021 campaign. Gain of 1 on the play for Abada.
No, Ibarra was a real weapon for Akins in the quarterback position. I'd like to see here Mendoza. Let's get him on the move again. Get him outside the pocket. They found success on that last 3rd down play. Let's see if they go back to that.
3rd down and 10, looking to hand off here to Abada. Abada has nowhere to go, and he is wrapped up immediately. Nate Wyant coming in and drilling Abada. Not much running room around the 35-yard line, and that's where they're going to drop him at the 35. Officially, maybe nose of the football at the 35-yard line, and it's punting time. A loss of 2 officially, and it'll be 4th down and 12 inside 5 minutes to play. For just joining us, Westlake converting on all of their possessions this evening, including a punt return of 52 yards for Jaden Greathouse, his 2nd punt return for a touchdown in his mini ball games. Of course, had the electric 61-yarder. Now on 4th and 12, Aaron Martinez back around his own 21-yard line to kick this one away. Low kick, and again, some pressure. Good punt here, and it'll be caught. An opportunity here for McCree to show his legs. McCree at the 45-50, straight up the gut. Heath McCree turns on the Jets. That's why he's a track star, kids. Touchdown Westlake. 2nd punt return for a score. No flags, and McCree is into the end zone. Welcome to varsity football. You can do it on the track. You can do it on the turf. McCree housed it. Another punt return here. 3rd one of the season for the Westlake Chaparrals. 3rd one in 2 games, Ricky, as McCree turns on the Jets for the score.
And you look at the replay, Joe, that actually didn't look that dangerous when he fielded. It looked like Akins had the punt covered, and it's exactly what you said. It's speed. I don't even know that Heath McCree made a move on that. He just went straight through the middle of the special teams, turned on the Jets, and touchdown Westlake.
67 yards, smoke from McCree. Carter Aggie on for the extra point, and it is up and through with 4:10 to play here in the first half. It is Westlake 42, Akins nothing. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
When it comes to personal injury attorneys, results speak volumes. If you've been injured, you know who to call. Thomas J. Henry, available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. If you're searching for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV in Central Texas, look no further than Covert Ford and Covert Chevy in Hutto. We take great pride in making sure that every one of our customers is treated just like family. From pre-ordering your custom dream car to scheduling your test drive and free home delivery, Covert always goes above and beyond. There's only one place you'll need to shop for your next Ford or Chevy, and that's Covert in Hutto. Call or text my cousin Dan.
Come see what we're all about.
We welcome you back. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle. A 67-yard punt return for a touchdown for Heath McCree. 2nd punt return touchdown of the game. And 3rd one of the season for the Westlake Chaparrals. After this kick, we'll send it down to Jim Knox. Quick update for you on Heath McCree. But as Ricky said, there was not much in his way, and he didn't have to make too many moves. In fact, if any, as McCree dialing it in from 67 yards out. So punt returns of 52 and 67 for scores for the Westlake Chaparrals. They lead 42-0 here with 4:10 to play in the first half. Barnett just going to swing this one up and kick it high in the air. It'll be fielded on the fair catch by Jalen Lopez. We send it down to Jim Knox. Jim?
He's still getting congratulations on the bench. TJ just came over and shook his hand right there. He turned on the Jets, guys. The first one meeting him off the field, Jaden Greathouse. Hey, you look like me doing that.
There's only one Jim Knox, folks, and that's right. I don't know if Heath McCree can look like Jaden Greathouse physically, but the speed is definitely the same. Pretty impressive stuff. And you got to hand it to the guys in front of them doing their jobs. And that's one of the things that when you talk about special teams at the high school level, there are people that take it very seriously. There are people that realize that they have the personnel to take it seriously. And I think that's what really has been the advantage for Westlake. If times were getting tough, special teams can always create big-time and big-time play opportunities. So Mendoza out yet again. This time Jalen Lopez refusing to go down. Caden Bainig is the one that stops his forward progress at the 25-yard line for no gain. Again, a lot of fight in this group up front here for the Eagle offense. Esprecion, Barba, Navarro, Rodriguez, Carter, these guys, along with their backups that are getting in on the rotation, they're going to enjoy their day off tomorrow, not playing on a Friday night, but it is going to come earned.
Joe, to go back to your point about the special teams, you talk about Westlake placing an emphasis on it. It's been so good so far this season, but who's making the plays? It's Jaden Greathouse. It's Keaton Kubeka. When it's your best players, when it's your stars out there setting the tone on special teams, what kind of a message does that send to the other guys on that unit?
No doubt. So Mendoza in the pistol formation. Now on the play action, looking to throw over the middle. That pass is almost intercepted. And I believe it was Tommy McIntyre, again, the outfielder extraordinaire for the baseball team, got a chance to come off the bench quite a lot for JT Blair in the spring. Dude does not waste time. You want to talk about aggressive at the plate? This dude's aggressive on the football field as well. Almost had his first interception as a varsity player, but it's incomplete, and we'll set up 3rd down and 10 inside. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Westlake leading 42-0.
This is where the play calling gets so challenging for Joey Sachs and Isaac Rodriguez. You want to give your team a chance to pick up the first down, but the last thing you want to do is give Westlake the ball back with another opportunity to score in the first half.
Just manage expectations here and try to stay healthy. As Stever, it'll be a timeout.
Timeout, Akins. That is their second timeout of the first half.
We'll go ahead and take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
Attorney Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a young man, he's had a passion for helping others. And after 35 years of being an attorney, he still wakes up each day with that same burning desire. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
The Grand Slam sales event going on now at Kia of Round Rock. There may never be a better time to buy a new Kia car or SUV. And during this event, 29 Down delivers. Our goal at Kia of Round Rock is to earn customers for life. During this event, we've got plenty of award-winning Kia models like the all-new K5, Seltos, Sorento, and Telluride. Don't miss the Grand Slam sales event going on this weekend at Kia of Round Rock and KiaofRoundRock.com. Kia of Round Rock, what a car dealership should be.
We welcome you back to Burger Stadium. Joe Taylor alongside Ricky Doyle. Down on the sidelines, Jim Knox out of the timeout. Akins is second of the half. It'll be 3rd and 10, more of a traditional spread offense look here. Abada's going to get the carry, comes around the corner, and is stopped immediately. Good job there by Jeffrey Jenkins. The name you know out of the defensive backfield, drilling him. Get an opportunity to play here with 2:39 left in the first half. And Jenkins tackles Abada for a 1-yard gain, and it's 4th and 9. Punting time once again for the Akins Eagles.
We're going to get another punt returner in here for Westlake. Heath McCree started to come on the field. He's like, I want another one. They pulled him quickly back to the sideline.
So we're going to get our 3rd punt returner, and it's going to be a guy that punts for Westlake. How about Grady Bartlett, who had 50 yards rushing and averaged 42 yards a punt in his performance against Judson. He's back deep to receive right around his own 44-yard line. Once again, Aaron Martinez, much like Spencer Barnett, getting to work out. Here comes the rush, and it's going to be a flag here. It's going to drive Bartlett back. He actually has to retrieve the ball after it goes off his fingertips, runs to the 35, and then bounces off a would-be tackler at the 40, cuts up field just outside the numbers to the 45, to the 47-yard line. And again, Grady Bartlett is the one returning the ball out to the 47-yard line, but Brian Jones will tell us what the flag's all about. It's going to be running into the kicker.
Personal foul.
Wow.
Roughing the kicker. WestLake, number 4. There'll be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, an automatic first down.
So again, it's the bad kind, the 15 yards, and it's going to be an automatic first down. So the Akins offense catches a break, and we'll go back onto the field with 1:39 to play here in the second quarter. So we'll see the Westlake defense stay on. Luther, Lindley, McIntyre, and I believe Joe Sockwell has checked into the ball game. He's entered the chat as a corner on the left side, along with Jeffrey Jenkins, distinguishing himself at right corner. Also looking in the middle of the defense here for the Westlake Chaparrals. Getting our first look at Elliott Shopper here tonight. So we're seeing, again, the starting defensive front still very much in there and a part of the discussion. Mendoza looking to hand off. He's going to keep it himself. Now running to the right side and getting to the 40-yard line, almost back to the original line of scrimmage, but a loss of 1. Good pursuit on the backside of the defense there by Peyton Luther. And again, Ormond almost getting to Mendoza as he got outside the tackle box and the hash marks.
He's been active when he's been out there, Joe. It's been impressive making the most of his time so far in this first half on defense.
So a loss of 1 will set up second down and 11. Ball on the 40-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right of Mendoza with a back to his left. That's Abada. They hand it to Abada. Abada attacks the right side, comes around the corner to the 41 to the 42-yard line before Ford Thompson wraps him up after the short gain. Good burst of speed there from Abada around the corner for positive yardage to set up third down and 9. Actually, they'll mark him officially down at the 43-yard line, so it'll be third and 8 with just over half a minute left in the half.
You said managing expectations on the last drive, Joe. I think Akins content to take this one to the locker room. Probably one more play here, regroup in the locker room, see if they can't put something on the scoreboard in the second half. 2
wide receivers to Mendoza's left. To his right in the backfield, as Stever goes in motion as a tight end to his left, is Abada. Once again, they run it to Abada, trying to turn the corner. Abada kind of runs into his own man and runs out of real estate in the middle of the field to the 44 before Robert Ormond and crew get there and knock him down. And that should do it for the first half of play. Again, Westlake.
That is the end of the first half.
Their expectation to come out and take care of business, and that's exactly what they've done. A 42-0 lead at the break. And just in a moment, we'll be joined by Jim Knox, who is with Tony Salazar.
All right, thank you, Joe. Coach, complete domination in the first half. You got to be extremely pleased. I gave up just 1 first down. Offense is rolling. Defense looks good. And special teams, once again, perfect.
Right. Kids answered the bell. We worked hard this week, and so we want to come out and showcase it on Thursday. And obviously the kids had a great start.
What do you look for in the second half? What can we look for?
Well, look for our 2s and our 3s. Hopefully have that same type of production. It's their opportunity now as we go into this third quarter for those guys to put on the field what we see at practice every single day. So obviously doing the game's a whole lot different in practice, and these guys will get that opportunity second half.
Some new faces in the second half.
That's right.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you. Joe.
Thank you very much. Jim Knox down on the sidelines. We'll take a look at the play of the quarter here. Skinner with a 1-yard touchdown pass to Keaton Quebeca. He had 2 in the half. Of course, 1 in the first and another in the second. Covert Hutto play of the quarter here in the second quarter as Keaton Quebeca grabs the 1-yard touchdown. As we take a look at your halftime score here, Westlake all over Akins here. Thursday night football. And Westlake again with that 42-0 lead. We'll be back in a moment for our halftime show right after this on KBVO TV. And we will have our Shap of the Week coming up on our radio and audio stream after this. This is Westlake football.
Thomas J. Henry. Real clients, real reviews. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hi, I'm Courtney Covert for Covert Cadillac. With our new custom order program, you can customize a Cadillac that's as unique as you are and have it delivered in just 90 short days. Make your dream Cadillac a reality. CovertCadillac.com.
Big O here, inviting you to experience the fast, fresh, and friendly difference of Taco Shack. We deliver tasty and affordable Tex-Mex at our 6 area locations. Come by and try our new chopped taco, or if you're really hungry, make it a Shack burrito. Either way, we'll see you soon, and let's talk about it.
At Thomas J. Henry, our results speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Adventure into the wild at Exotic Resort Zoo. A rare up-close experience. Guided tours, drive-through, or stay overnight. You can even kiss the camel. Plan your visit at zooexotics.com.
Austin is a special place. I was raised here, and I'm raising my family here. That's why at the Campos Law Group, we fight to keep Austin safe. We don't get paid until you get paid. If you've been injured in an accident, visit keepaustinsafe.com or call us at 512-650-1000.
We welcome you back to our halftime coverage here, KBVO Television, live production of high school football. And, of course, on the Thursday night lights and the Friday night lights, the band is a part of the show. We're very pleased to introduce to you, under the direction of Kerry Taylor, the Westlake Chaparral Marching Band.
The Blues. Tonight, we honor parent volunteers who do all the hard work. Tonight, we honor the bird feeders. Additionally, we'd like to give a special thanks tonight to our patron donors, the Ashby family, Marianne McKenzie, the Asir family, the Gravitt family, Layla and Jordan Scott, the Guillaume family. Thanks for all you do. Tonight, the Chef Band will perform the first of two movements of their 2022 contest show entitled Noir. Throughout the fall semester, the Chef Band will present this show across the great state of Texas in competition against the top bands in the country. Noir features the music of Buddy Rich, Nancy Sinatra, Seal, Gordon Goodwin, Bernard Herrmann, Britton Chambers, and Tyler Sammons. And now, please enjoy this special debut performance of Noir.
When it comes to personal injury attorneys, results speak volumes. If you've been injured, you know who to call. Thomas J. Henry. Available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. If you're searching for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV in Central Texas, look no further than Covert Ford and Covert Chevy in Hutto. We take great pride in making sure that every one of our customers is treated just like family. From pre-ordering your custom dream car to scheduling your test drive and free home delivery, Covert always goes above and beyond. There's only one place you'll need to shop for your next Ford or Chevy, and that's Covert in Hutto. Call or text my cousin Dan.
Come see what we're all about.
We welcome you back, and we're proud to introduce you as part of our halftime coverage, the WestLake Highline under the direction of Lindsey Joe and Madison Keshawn. Again, pride of Westlake Hills.
Second Lieutenant, Bailey Bartley. First Lieutenant, Haley Bordas. The Spirit Girl of the week is Hannah Powell. And now, please welcome Highline with their sensational Streamer.
Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Financial stability reduces stress and helps contribute to better overall health. Hi, I'm Pamela Cotton with Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. ATFCU is partnering with KXAN's Simple Health to help you build a true financial future. And one simple way you can improve your fiscal sustainability is by investing in yourself with share certificates. Think of it like this. You put a little away now and it grows without you ever having to do anything. For more financial tips like these, go to kxan.com/simplehealth.
Attorney Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a
right on cue.
We welcome you back, and we get a good look at the Austin Akins Diamond Dazzlers, directed by Jordan Marsh and Morgan Eddy. Along with the Akins Band, our halftime show continues here from Burger Stadium. Westlake leading Akins 42-0, and pleased to bring you live coverage of our halftime show here, the Diamond Dazzlers of Akins High School.
Lieutenant Natalie Smith, Captains Rachel Bloom and Valeria Peña.
Thomas J. Henry, our results speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
I had bad back pain for more than 15 years and had multiple surgeries that didn't work. Then when I got the spinal cord stimulator, I felt like a new man. Thanks to the people at Advanced Pain Care, I can finally enjoy quality time with my family.
This reversible procedure works by blocking pain signals from the lower back and legs from reaching the brain. We've helped thousands of patients get relief, including myself. From Waco to Bastrop, there's a location near you. Advanced Pain Care, the pain stops here.
Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. If you're searching for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV in Central Texas, look no further than Covert Ford and Covert Chevy in Hutto. We take great pride in making sure that every one of our customers is treated just like family. From pre-ordering your custom dream car to scheduling your test drive and free home delivery, Covert always goes above and beyond. There's only one place you'll need to shop for your next Ford or Chevy, and that's Covert in Hutto. Call or text my cousin Dan.
Come see what we're all about.
We welcome you back. Again, our halftime coverage continues here from Burger Stadium. The W. Charles Akins Marching Band under the direction of Babatunde Onubido. Let's listen in to the Akins Eagles Marching Band.
comes to personal injury attorneys, results speak volumes. If you've been injured, you know who to call. Thomas J. Henry. Available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Taking care of your finances is easier with A+ FCU by your side. You can earn unlimited cash back just by using your debit card for everyday purchases. For details and a special joining offer, scan the QR code or visit aplusfcu.org/rewards.
Big O here, inviting you to experience the fast, fresh, and friendly difference of Taco Shack. We deliver tasty and affordable Tex-Mex at our 6 area locations. Come by and try our new chopped taco, or if you're really hungry, make it a Shack burrito. Either way, we'll see you soon, and let's talk about it.
We welcome you back again, Burger Center. Again, Burger Stadium here on the southwest side of Travis County. And we're deep in the heart of Austin, Texas, as always, for KBVO TV's coverage of high school football. WestLake and Akins kicking off District 26 6A. Austin Telco Federal Credit Union presents our highlights, and they started early and often, of course, to Jaden Greathouse. Greathouse breaking tackles like he did a week ago against Judson. And, of course, on the play action here, going down the middle, right to Keaton Quebeca from 15 yards out. Some miscues, obviously, for Akins, who are being pretty one-dimensional on offense, but the special teams havoc continues. Partially blocked punts, and, of course, punt returns. This one from Jaden Greathouse from 52 yards out, the first of 2 punt returns for scores. Now Skinner, again, going to work, dumping it off to Kaiser, and the release valve gets a big-time gain and sets up Westlake inside the Raising Cane's red zone, and, of course, the play after that, Kaiser just following Bryce Chambers to the house for the score from 13 yards out. Then they go back down to the ground game from 13 yards out. This was Nate Acosta fighting his way towards the end zone. And now Skinner going right back to the corner here as he finds Brad Mays. 3 catches for Mays in this ball game. And this one almost his first touchdown. But Skinner from 1 yard out going to Keaton Quebeca. Once again, the defense clamping down, preserving the shutout here in the first half. But again, the one first down was on that third down play. And then Heath McCree taking over for Jaden Greathouse. And Ricky, this is where we really understood the depth in special teams, because Heath McCree has some smoke as well from 67 yards out.
Well, they always say track speed is different, Joe, and we saw it right there from Heath McCree when he decided to turn on the Jets and take that one deep. But yeah, 3 return touchdowns for Westlake in the last 2 weeks.
Again, the first half game stats presented by Covert Austin, a family tradition since 1909. We take a look at the halftime stats. 42-0, obviously, and 43 rushing yards for the Westlake Chaparrals, 157 through the air, 200 total yards. And of course, the passing yards, there are the positive 10 yards, but again, the negative 2 yards. Obviously, that is because Westlake and Akins, obviously, just allowing Akins to do what they can do with the injuries and numbers and all of that. So, again, they coming up with the opportunity to get better in the second half with Westlake substitute players, reserve players getting an opportunity as well. And we welcome all of you back to third quarter action, which is about to go underway. We'll be right back after this timeout. This is Westlake football.
Attorney Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a young man, he's had a passion for helping others. And after 35 years of being an attorney, he still wakes up each day with that same burning desire. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Covert Ford in Austin is your family-owned and operated dealership since 1909. We know our community and we know trucks. Come on in and check out our huge selection of available F-150s. More selection than anyone in the market. Or lock in special rates on any custom order F-150 you choose. 2.9% for 60 months, 3.9% for 72 months, or even 84 months at only 4.9%. These specials apply to custom order units only, and they don't come around often. Come see us at Covert Ford in Austin, or follow us on social media when it comes to your dealership. Don't look any further than Covert Ford in Austin. CovertFord.com.
We welcome you back. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. Of course, Westlake and Akins, 42-0 your score. 200 total yards for the Westlake Chaparrals, -2 yards for Akins. Mendoza 1 of 3 for 10 yards, 2 carries for -7. JP Lopez, 10 carries for no yards. Jalen Lopez, 3 carries for -7 yards. Abada, 6 carries for 2 yards. And, of course, Loving with the 1 catch for 10 yards and the first down. And you look at Skinner, 12 of 13 for 157 through the air, 2 touchdown passes. Kaiser, 2 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown, 1 catch for 16 yards. Acosta, 2 carries, 27 yards and a score. Greathouse, talk about spreading the wealth. 3 catches for 57 yards. Quebec, 3 catches for 21 yards and a couple of scores. Mays, 3 catches for 43 yards. And Chambers, 2 catches for 20 yards. Opening kickoff here is fair caught in the third quarter by Jalen Lopez. So it'll be Akins football here at the 25-yard line. And get ready, folks. We're going to have a whole lot of personnel shifting in and out of the ball game here for both ball clubs.
Well, it's exactly what Tony Salazar told Jim Knox at the end of the first half. These 2s and 3s, they all show it in practice. Now's their opportunity to show it under the lights in the game. It's a different setting, taking that from the practice field onto the game field. Let's see how they perform given their opportunity tonight.
Matthew Amsler, senior defensive lineman, in the mix, as well as Carter Sepulveda. Sepulveda we saw get some time last week. Judson. Shopper in there as the sophomore. Tommy McIntyre along with Joe Sockwell at the corner. Still seeing Peyton Luther. These guys got an opportunity at the end of the second quarter. So with that, it'll be Mendoza who sends Jamal Loving in motion. They will hand it off to Jamal. Jamal trying to turn the corner, and it's not there. Good tackle in the open field there by Jeffrey Jenkins. Jenkins comes up and drills him, and then the help comes his way in the person of Rhett Steppe. Everybody clamping down on the outside as Loving got a step. Thought he might have an opportunity to get to the edge until Jeffrey Jenkins just hauls him down. Brilliant open field tackle there by Jenkins.
You know what's cool about this point of the game like this, Joe, is you get some guys that are the seniors, the guys that are program guys that have been in the Westlake football program for years getting their opportunity, and then you've got a few of the sophomores out there that are the future of the program, all stepping out on the field together. It's a fun opportunity to kind of see past and future, or I should say present and future of the Westlake program.
Loss of 3 on the play, and now movement here before the snap. It's been a pretty clean game. Not too many flags, but it'll be a false start as Brian
False
shows.
start. Offense, 61 offense, 5 yards, second down.
So with that, Akins will go backwards.
You know those names like Shopper and Luther, names that we're going to be calling for years to come on this Westlake defense.
It'll be an opportunity to really see the training, and obviously that's what Tony Salazar was talking about. We've taught a lot of fundamentals this week in preparation for Akins, just getting back to the fundamentals instead of trying to scheme up with Ridgepoint and Judson. Now on the play action, Mendoza fires over the top here at the 25-yard line, and it's just out of the reach of Jamal Loving. Loving getting up a little frustrated with himself as he elevated perfectly there, but good coverage by Peyton Luther at the bottom of that route. Able to disrupt him as the ball got there. So it's incomplete. They'll set up 3rd down and 18. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, of course, Jim Knox patrolling the sidelines. We'll get to him at the possession change. As Jody Mendoza, the senior, barking out plays here on 3rd and long with 10.5 minutes to play third quarter. Pistol formation here as he gives a nod to JP Lopez. Staver goes in motion to the left side of the formation. Now looking to run with the ball is Mendoza. Mendoza taking off towards the numbers. He is popped at the 21-yard line. Ball came out, but they're going to say that Mendoza was down. Huge hit by Jeffrey Jenkins. He might not be the biggest dude there on the outside, but he packs a punch. Take a look at this replay here. He comes in and just lowers the boom, and that ball came out, and they're ruling Akins down, but I'll be honest with you, there's a flag down, but I haven't seen Brian Jones talk about it just yet, but that ball came out well before Mendoza was down.
Man, and Jeffrey Jenkins has been everywhere since he's gotten into this game, Joe. He has been a presence on the Westlake defense.
So they called a false start. So it's 4th and 13. Actually, they called it offsides Westlake, so they gave the 5 yards back. This is 4th and 13. And now a punt from Martinez goes to McCree. McCree off to the races again. Gets to the clear, to the 20, to the 10, 5. Forget about it. Heath McCree takes it to the house right at the 44-yard line. But there's a flag down, so hold everything here, as this one might be coming back. The flag resting at the 28-yard line. And I beg your apologies. I thought there might have been a penalty on the previous play. That's not the case. It was a 5-yard gain.
During the return, holding. Number 88, Westlake. That foul being enforced. 10-yard spot of the foul. Westlake football, first down.
So the flag came down at about the 29-yard line, so this should back it up to about the 39, maybe the 38-yard line. We'll see where the officials spot it. And there's a little confusion on that fumble that was not called. It was a 5-yard gain instead of a penalty against Westlake, but nonetheless, it was 4th and 13. The punt came, now the holding penalty on what would have been a second punt return for a score for Heath McCree, but the Westlake offense get an opportunity here in the first drive of the third quarter, and they'll start in the friendly confines of Akins territory at the 39-yard line. Handoff straight up the gut, helmets flying, as Grady Bartlett got the carry here to the 36-yard line, and I believe that is an Akins helmet that came off in the fray. Looks like one of the defensive linemen. It was Isaac Navarro, gentleman that plays both ways. So left to come off for a play after the gain of 3 on 2nd down and 7. And the handoff will go straight up the gut here. Bartlett banging off tacklers here for a first down run inside the Raising Cane's red zone down to the 20. Ernesto Gonzalez and Aaron Martinez finally stopped Grady Bartlett. Bartlett at 50 yards rushing and mop-up duty in the fourth quarter last week, including the 42-yard average for punts. Now he's getting there and making things happen behind center after that long run down to the 20-yard line. Acosta is now the quarterback of record. He fires to the boundary. That pass is caught on the outside, and a good grab there in the open field for the Westlake Chaparrals, and first catch of his career, the junior wide receiver Reagan Street getting the call there. And he'll be down to just inside the 18-yard line at the 17, a gain of 3 in Street's first grab.
You talk about pulling double duty, Joe. How about Grady Bartlett, special teams player of the week last week, making his presence felt at running back last week and doing it again here tonight.
Nate Acosta with 3 receivers to his left. Inside handoff goes to Bartlett. Bartlett gets loose at the 10, cuts it back at the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Grady Bartlett. Grady Bartlett getting his first rushing touchdown as a Westlake Chaparral. Big moment here for Grady Bartlett. Again, won the punting job, did a great job in week 1, an even better job week 2, and comes back with a reward here with a touchdown run. Beautiful job there by Grady Bartlett as he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Westlake.
A lot of room to run, Joe, but this Westlake running back room is deep.
And you want to talk about a guy that comes in with an immediate impact. And one of the best names of the Westlake Chaparral roster, called up from the JV, adding the extra point. How about Joey Bravo into the mix? And no, I'm not making that up. That is his name, his story right after this timeout. This is Westlake football.
J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Adventure into the wild at Exotic Resort Zoo. A rare up-close experience. Guided tours, drive-through, or stay overnight. You can even kiss the camel. Plan your visit at zooexotics.com.
Hi, I'm Courtney Covert for Covert Cadillac. With our new custom order program, you can customize a Cadillac that's as unique as you are and have it delivered in just 90 short days. Make your dream Cadillac a reality. CovertCadillac.com.
We welcome you back. Covert Cadillac of Austin, Westlake Photo Gallery here. Good picture of the Westlake football right there in the middle of your screen. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle. Jim Knox down on the sidelines. Joey Bravo will pop this kickoff up. And fair caught by Jalen Lopez. Let's go down to the sidelines. Jim Knox. Jim, take it away.
All right, Joe, I tell you what, you see Bartlett running for the touchdown. On the sidelines, right now, you have McIntyre. You got Kaiser. You got everybody there. Chambers just standing up on the sidelines, rooting everybody else on. Some of the guys that we don't see too much. Pretty cool. No one's sitting on the bench. Everybody's just on the sidelines cheering on the guys.
Yeah, that's that part of respect your opponent, yes, but also have great respect for the guys in your own program, and no one is more celebrated as Tony Salazar, again, carrying that tradition from the Todd Dodge era to his era of Westlake High School football. You got to respect the attack team. They're the guys that run the opponent plays week in and week out and give their best effort. It's good to see them get an opportunity to play here. Of course, we'll get to that Joey Bravo story in just a moment, but it's 1st and 10 Akins with Mendoza and the ball at the 25-yard line. Jamal Loving going in motion, looking to hand it off to him, trying to get around the corner, and he's swallowed up again. Big hit way beyond the line of scrimmage, back near the 15-yard line, and a huge hit on Loving. What an acceleration move right there as Jeffrey Jenkins again fired out of a cannon here, coming off his block to make the play.
You wonder if Jeffrey Jenkins might be earning himself a little more playing time, Joe. He has just been everywhere out there this evening.
He has got an opportunity to play very well at that corner position, and that's all you can ask for when you're given this opportunity as a backup. Get into the ball game, make plays, and that's exactly what Jenkins is doing.
I mean, it's tough when you got guys like Denham Collins, Will Maggott, Judson Crockett in front of you, but certainly depth has never been a bad thing.
It's a loss of 5 back to the 20-yard line, where the forward progress halted, so it is 2nd and 15. Pistol formation here. Mendoza looking to hand off, and now he's caught in the backfield. Looked like running back went one way, he went the other, and he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Brett stepping in the backfield, kind of officiating and leading the contact as he got through first, and then came up behind and made first contact there. Also in on the play, Cade Coffey. Cade Coffee, exactly like the drink, and it's exactly like it's spelled. Backing it up to the 16, call it the 17-yard line, so a loss of 3 officially. Spread formation here with 2 wide receivers to his left, his tight end to his right, a back to his right. Extra blockers in for Mendoza. He's just trying to survive the final 6 minutes of the third quarter. Still 49-0. Mendoza watching the clock go all the way down, and he is just going to get the snap off before the clock expired. Now into the fray goes the tailback across the 19 to the 20-yard line, and coming out of the bottom of the pile, banged up just a little bit. Can't tell if that is Zabata or if it is J.P. Lopez, but he is down on the ground as we take a look at the Advanced Orthopedics fan cam. The Westlake faithful looking on here, 49-0 your score. Matthew Abada is the injured player. He was the ball carrier, and he went down right at the end of that run.
Well, you hate to see that, Joe, because he's had some moments here tonight for Akins.
Shown flashes as both a linebacker and a tailback. Joey Sachs walking out and just trying to figure out what the training staff is telling him. It's good to see that Abada is actually sitting up, so that's some good news there. As more training staff members come in.
And we've talked about this a few times tonight, Joe, but if you are Joey Sachs, this is what's so difficult about a matchup like this is you want to give your guys a chance to compete against a team like Westlake. You want to put them in a position to succeed, but at the same time, you don't want tonight's game to beat you twice. You don't want a team that's already thin on depth to lose critical players when you get into some of the games later in the district schedule where you might have an opportunity to win. But that's a tough spot to be in as a head coach, to manage a second half in a game like this.
And it's even tougher when you consider scheduling, obviously because of administrative issues across not just Austin Independent School District, but school districts all across the state of Texas. You know, teacher shortages are a thing. Sometimes when that happens, and infrastructure kind of starts to fall apart a bit, you have to lean on the coaches that already pull more than their fair share of time, and definitely more than a full-time schedule. Obviously, they're compensated for that kind of thing, but they also have to teach a full class load as well. So that's some of the things that's going on, and not just Akins. This is going on at a number of high schools around not only the greater Austin area, but also the great state of Texas, and it does have impact on football. You know, one of the stories that came out in the reporting this week leading up to this game is that, you know, Joey Sachs may not get to see his players every single day. And that sounds hard to imagine, but it certainly is something to think about moving forward. And again, no excuses. What Akins doing here tonight is just, you know, we can say intestinal fortitude. It's just guts. But we'll take a timeout and come back, and hopefully we'll get a little update here on Matthew Abada, the down player for Akins. We'll be right back after this timeout. This is Westlake football.
Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Adventure into the wild at Exotic Resort Zoo. A rare up-close experience. Guided tours, drive-through, or stay overnight. You can even kiss the camel. Plan your visit at zooexotics.com.
Hi, I'm Courtney Covert for Covert Cadillac. With our new custom order program, you can customize a Cadillac that's as unique as you are and have it delivered in just 90 short days. Make your dream Cadillac a reality. CovertCadillac.com.
Attorney Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a young man, he's had a passion for helping others. And after 35 years of being an attorney, he still wakes up each day with that same burning desire. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Covert Ford in Austin is your family-owned and operated dealership since 1909. We know our community and we know trucks. Come on in and check out our huge selection of available F-150s. More selection than anyone in the market. Or lock in special rates on any custom order F-150 you choose. 2.9% for 60 months, 3.9% for 72 months, or even 84 months at only 4.9%. These specials apply to custom order units only, and they don't come around often. Come see us at Covert Ford in Austin, or follow us on social media. When it comes to your dealership, don't look any further than Covert Ford in Austin. CovertFord.com.
We welcome you back. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. You see in the background there, that's Burger Annex Field. Of course, here at Burger Stadium underneath the Thursday night lights, part of our live coverage here on KBVO TV. Westlake and Akins. Westlake leading 49-0. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Jim Knox down on the sidelines. The good news after the injury timeout to Matthew Abada, he was able to walk to the sidelines under his own power. Training staff still attending to him. Again, it's the left side of the upper body that they're attending to. Again, going back to the lone scoring drive of the third quarter with 5:35 left. It was a 4-play, 39-yard drive on the first possession for Westlake. Heath McCree has already won one back.
I was going to say, we've seen what he can do, Joe.
Yeah, and he
Roughing the kicker, Westlake number 21, 15-yard penalty, and a first down.
And that's Mason McKelvey, who is clearly going for the ball, but because the snap was low, he's hit, so it's going to give 15 more yards to the Akins Eagles out to the 36-yard line. So again, a penalty on a punt, which would have vindicated a change of possession, Ricky, and Akins is going to get a fresh set of downs.
Well, you could see it on Mason McKelvey. As soon as that play happened, he kind of sat down on the field and put his head up to his hands up to his head. He knew he'd made a mistake there, but that'll happen. Some young guys get an opportunity. But new life for Akins.
Jody Mendoza with two receivers to his left, a tight end to his right, looking to run the ball again. And we see yet again J.P. Lopez scurry forward for about a yard gain. We're down on the inside, 4:45 to play. Number of guys down on the defensive line getting an opportunity. Getting a good look at Jack Carr. Jack Carr, an attack team player of the week, coming out of the Ridgepoint game. Now Mendoza looking to run the ball with J.P. Lopez. And again, the defense swallows him up as he gets across the line of scrimmage to the 39-yard line. Again, just a slew of tacklers there, including leading the charge, Grant Hogan, senior linebacker, getting an opportunity there. And these guys are hitting hard. That's part of the allure of being a second teamer, a third teamer, is that there's no rest for the weary. You got to go put good tape together. This is for film tomorrow. And they want to make sure that when they get their opportunities, as Tony Salazar said, this is your time. This is your time to be on TV. This is your time to shine for your teammates in film. This is time for you to get better as a football player. Henry Tester in the ballgame as well as a defensive back. On 3rd down and 7 after the gain of 3. Now looking to run with the football here is J.P. Lopez again, swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Slew of tacklers there right at the 39-yard line. And knifing his way through there. I see number 58, Carter Sepulveda, in the mix as well. Really like the way Rhett Steppe is kind of leading that defensive line right now. And it's going to force a 4th down play here, 4th and 7. So the backup defense opportunity holds true. Second time they've actually turned away the Akins offense, but a penalty on a hit of the punter kept the drive alive. So again, 2 successful defensive series here. And now another punt. And Aaron Martinez will have a little bit more real estate to work with right around his own 26-yard line. And now the low snap again. Nobody's going to come and get this one, and he'll just rugby this one down. Fair catch called for by Heath McCree at the 33-yard line. Call it the 32-yard line. And Westlake's offense, with 2:35 left in the 3rd quarter, will start from there. Worst field position of the evening for the Westlake Chaparral offense. We'll have to see if it's Monsiváis or if it's Nate Acosta. Acosta, again, getting an opportunity to put the ball in the air a bit. Looks like it will be Acosta. He'll come out with Grady Bartlett. Looking at some of the backup offensive linemen as well. See Briggle in there.
We talked about this last week, Joe, but don't forget with Paxton Landau, when you have Acosta in there, you're already 3 deep on your quarterback depth chart. So a lot of guys get an opportunity under center for Westlake.
Low snap, and that ball's tipped up in the air, and it's going to be an interception. Nate Acosta had the ball tipped up in the air on the low snap, and it is picked off by Jalen Lopez. A turnover there as Jalen Lopez just put himself in the right position here, dove for the interception. What a play by Jalen Lopez off the tip drill, and it's Akins football again.
And here's the chance for Akins, Joe. They finally get the ball in Westlake territory, just outside the 30-yard line. This is their chance to see if they can put something on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come back out after getting 2 additional possessions after the penalty on punts. But Jalen Lopez off the tip drill on the throw by Acosta, coming up with a diving interception, and it's Akins ball at the Chaparral 32-yard line. Deepest field position here. They hand it off to J.P. Lopez. J.P. bouncing off tacklers inside the 29, down to the 28, to the 26 before he is brought down. The ball from Westlake's perspective came out at the end of the play. They're going to call J.P. Lopez down just outside the 25 at the 26-yard line. Good job there in the open field by Will Heldel, senior linebacker, mixing it up in there after the 6-yard gain to J.P. Lopez, his longest run of the night.
Well, this is still the
7 yards.
Still the starting offensive line for Akins in there, Joe. So going against the 2nd and 3rd team Westlake defensive front, a chance for them to finally try to push the line of scrimmage a little bit.
Officially a 6-yard gain, and Mendoza in the pistol formation. J.P. Lopez picking up some debris in the backfield. Might have been his mouthpiece. 2 wide receivers to the left of the formation. Hand off to Lopez, and Lopez swallowed up immediately. His helmet came off, and a brilliant play by Rhett Steppe. Rhett Steppe making a case for himself here, as that is a hard tackle of a, yes, J.P. Lopez might be 5'5", but he's a stocky, very similar body to Jack Kaiser. Certainly nowhere near the speed of Kaiser, but definitely effective. And he went down with one hand. That says a lot about the acceleration. We talked about that last week. You know, some of these exit velocities in baseball have to do with the 98-mile-an-hour fastball coming. Well, on that play, J.P. Lopez was coming, and with one hand, Rhett Steppe stopped him. So on 3rd and 4, flags fly, and play will stop. Most likely going to be a personal foul here.
I think we might have 2 go against Westlake here. Maybe an offside and a personal
so
foul.
it's going to be a free play and yeah, you're right about that, Brady. It's like I was worried about. I knew we were going to get at least 5 yards out of this deal when I saw the other flags come in at the end of the play. Brian Jones and his committee will have to organize and talk about this, and they're kind of doing it right in the middle of the Akins huddle. Normally at this point of the game, you'd say, hey, guys, back up just a little, back up. But that's not the case here. They're letting in Akins' little insider industry talk here as Joey Sachs barking instructions here to his backup tight end, Hans Boring.
If nothing else, this should move the ball even deeper into Westlake territory here for Akins.
Give them a fresh set of downs, that's for sure. So it'll move the chains. We're going to figure out if it's going to be 15 or 20 yards, or whether or not Akins has to accept one or the other. Again, the free play, and the personal foul. The personal foul is obviously a dead ball foul. Brian Jones will explain it to us all.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Before the snap, false start. Offense number 44. After the play, personal foul, defense number 53. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
So again, they'll be offsetting penalties. They'll bring the ball back 5 yards, which would set up 3rd down and 9. Then you'll move the ball forward 15 yards, which will give the first down yardage just outside the 20-yard line. It should go inside the 20-yard line. We'll see where they mark it, right around the 16 in the Raging Canes red zone.
Put that
so
one
first down and 10.
Put that one a little bit on the officiating crew, Joe. They didn't blow that play dead quickly after the false start. So Westlake playing to the whistle there, thinking it might be a free play situation for Akins. You get the late contact. That's a tough one.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, a Westlake player actually came across the line. So I thought they were going to get encroachment, but it was a false start. And now with 2 receivers to his right, Mendoza with a low snap, hands it off to Jalen Lopez, the man that picked off Nate Acosta on the tip drill. Just riding that left side of the offensive line down to the 11-yard line, and Jeffrey Jenkins' helmet right in the mix in the bottom end of that play to make the initial stop on Jalen Lopez. 5-yard gain on first down could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Akins trailing 49-0. And it looks like they're going to let this clock run out, and we'll head to the 4th quarter with that same score. So only 1 touchdown in the 3rd quarter, and it came on a 17-yard Brady Bartlett run. Westlake leading Akins 49-0. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. We'll be back to the 4th quarter right after this. This is Westlake football.
When it comes to personal injury attorneys, results speak volumes. If you've been injured, you know who to call. Thomas J. Henry, available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Covert Ford in Austin is your family-owned and operated dealership since 1909. We know our community and we know trucks. Come on in and check out our huge selection of available F-150s. More selection than anyone in the market. Or lock in special rates on any custom order F-150 you choose. 2.9% for 60 months, 3.9% for 72 months, or even 84 months at only 4.9%. These specials apply to custom order units only, and they don't come around often. Come see us at Covert Ford in Austin, or follow us on social media. When it comes to your dealership, don't look any further than Covert Ford in Austin. CovertFord.com.
We welcome you back. The Covert Huddle play of the quarter, and of course the 17-yard run for Grady Bartlett. Again, part-time punter, part-time running back. Again, had 50 yards rushing against Judson last week, and now his first varsity touchdown run. And speaking of touchdown runs, getting to the corner here is Jalen Lopez. First play of the 4th quarter, and Akins scores against Westlake. 9 seconds into the 4th quarter on 2nd and 5. The ball at the 11-yard line. Akins finds Pater. Touchdown, Eagles.
And credit to this Eagles offense, taking advantage of some of the opportunities that Westlake gave them through some penalties on the punt, the personal foul penalty. Akins able to punch it in. A chance for them to smile on what has been a long 3 quarters of football up to this point.
Now, pretty impressive here is Mateo Martinez, who is 3 of 3 in extra points. Big junior stands in for the extra point try. The snap is down, and it is blocked. So again, the point after touchdown blocked. And with 11:51 left here in the 4th quarter, it is Westlake 49, Akins 6. Back a moment. This is Westlake football.
Attorney Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a young man, he's had a passion for helping others. And after 35 years of being an attorney, he still wakes up each day with that same burning desire. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hi, I'm Courtney Covert for Covert Cadillac. With our new custom order program, you can customize a Cadillac that's as unique as you are and have it delivered in just 90 short days. Make your dream Cadillac a reality. CovertCadillac.com.
Austin is a special place. I was raised here, and I'm raising my family here. That's why at the Campos Law Group, we fight to keep Austin safe. We don't get paid until you get paid. If you've been injured in an accident, visit keepaustinsafe.com or call us at 512-650-1000.
We welcome you back to the Covert Cadillac of Austin WestLake Photo Gallery. Again, not much in the way of fans when it comes to a Thursday night lights, and of course this game being on KBVO TV. WestLake and Akins, but Akins able to get into the scoring barrage here. A 4-play, 32-yard drive after the interception. The man that made the interception on the tip drill, Jalen Lopez, is the man that ran it in from 11 yards out to cap the drive. Jalen Lopez scores on the extra point. Rhett Steppe, we've called his name a couple of times tonight, Ricky. He got his paw on the extra point try. So again, 11:51 left in regulation. WestLake leading 49-6.
Really like what we've seen from Steppe the first couple of weeks of this season. And if you look across the depth chart on the defensive line, there's a lot of seniors up there. That's a guy that's going to play a lot of football for Westlake, not only this season, but as we look ahead to next year as well.
So with that, Mateo Martinez will kick this off. 9 seconds into the fourth quarter, and he's going to pop this one up. And he's going to kick it out of bounds.
To the out-of-bounds spot, first down.
Be pretty good field position for Westlake here after that one.
And the free kick out of bounds, and the ball goes 5 yards where it went out of bounds. Going to give Westlake and this backup offense an opportunity here to scrimmage right around midfield at the 48-yard line in their own territory. And it is Monsivice on the field here for the Westlake Chaparrals. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Going to hand it off here, running straight up the gut to the 50-yard line, a gain of 3. As forward progress stopped right at midfield. Good run at the end of that one. The stop made by David Owens. And good to see Trevor Sabraco back in action. Of course, Sabraco last year, along with his running mate in the backfield, wreaking havoc in some of these lopsided games. You see that big cast protecting a little bit of a thumb injury. But that's not going to keep him out of this ball game here as he is in for district action. Now the handoff to Grady Bartlett as they put 2 backs in there. Lead blocking is Sabraco, and Bartlett knifing his way forward inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Javier Rodriguez on the stop for the Akins Eagles.
Sabraco had some memorable runs last year for Westlake, so you're right. It is great to see him back out there and a different look from the Westlake offense there, splitting the backs in the backfield.
Yeah, I like to see that, especially late in the ball game. You're not going to ask Monsivice to go to the air. There might be some short passes here, but 3rd and 2. As Monsivice has 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and the handoff is going to go to Bartlett. Bartlett stopping, starting, accelerating inside the 35, dragging 3 defenders with him all the way down inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Good blocking up front there for the Westlake backup offensive lineman. Again, Ernesto Gonzalez along with Julio Menchaca, Paxton Briggle, Ben Thompson. You see those big guys there on the right side. Getting downfield and blocking for Bartlett. Nice run there to pick up the first down to the 29-yard line. A 15-yard run and a first down for Bartlett. Back on either side, and this is the man that I've been waiting for. Here it comes across the 25. This guy was in the scrimmage early on. A big man that ran the ball well. Gonzalez drops him here, but this is a man that I've been waiting for, Zach Binford Wiggins. When you look at the junior running back, all you see is big football player. The size of this tailback in the backfield, standing at about 6'2", about 200 pounds. Monsivice with a back to his left, and again, they're going to give it to him up the middle. And straight up with big running room inside the Raising Cane's red zone, down to the 18-yard line once again is Binford Wiggins. And it's on 2nd and 5, Jeremiah Barba, is the one that makes the stop, and it's a first down and 10 run. And it moves the chains inside 9:20 to play in the half. The ball down to the 18-yard line inside the Raising Cane's red zone. Sabraco to Monsivice's right. Two wide receivers to the left, and now the handoff going again to the right side, getting inside the 10-yard line, and Stutter stepping out of bounds just outside the 5 again. Zach Benford-Wiggins gets the call, Menchaca on the stop, and it is good for another first down inside the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 7. It's first and goal Westlake. Sabraco's going to check out, and Ben Crazen is going to check in.
Get a look at the whole running back room for Westlake right now. Great to see all these guys get in there and get an opportunity.
A lot of chairs in that running back room, and let's see if they're going to continue to feed it here to Zach Benford-Wiggins. They'll hand it off. This time he'll go straight up the gut, following blockers into the end zone. Touchdown, Zach Benford-Wiggins. Welcome to varsity football. Benford-Wiggins in from the score. 7 yards out. Touchdown, Westlake. Backup offensive lineman in there. Of course, you have Ben Crazen in there going through the hole, providing the room, straight up the gut. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, you see the block right there that freed the touchdown, Joe. That's great blocking downfield from Westlake.
So Zach Benford-Wiggins getting the opportunity to score here. And we knew these type of moments were going to happen. Sockwell will hold. And once again, booming extra point kick for Joey Baravo. 8:16 to play in the fourth quarter. Back in a moment. Westlake leading Akins 56-6. This is Westlake football.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. What up?
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Fatigue, stress, aging, pain. What if there was a better way? Restore is the place where Hyper Wellness was born, where expert guidance leads to measurable progress that has you finally feeling your best. Restore. Do more.
We welcome you back. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. Westlake along with Akins. Scoring drive pretty impressive here as Benford-Wiggins going to work on the Westlake defense. We welcome all of you back here to live coverage here on KBVO TV. 8:16 and the clock moving here. After the kickoff. Spencer Barnett's going to take this one, popping it up here. Jalen Lopez is going to return it. Makes the catch at the 9, turns the corner at the 20, after the 25, 30, and shimmies and shakes his way to the 31-yard line. Good return on the back end of that one, and Grant Hogan was the one that got a hat on him to drop him down at the 30-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines. Jim Knox. Jim.
We saw Benford-Williams touchdown run. I tell you what, Joe, just like you said, 6'2", 200 pounds. I don't think anybody can stop him. He's deep on the depth chart, but runs like that, you get that right up. I tell you, a lot of people are working hard down here, especially the cheerleaders, 4-time national champions. Look at them, Joe. Go ahead, girls. Show another cheer right here. Here we go. Look at this. 4-time national champions right here, getting a lot of cheering in tonight. All on course, just like the team's going right now. Nice flip right there for you, Joe. Very nice, girls.
Thank you very much, Jim Knox. Again, making sure all of the atmosphere here at high school football getting coverage here. We thank all of you for joining us here live on KBVO TV. Of course, live on the radio as well, across the Westlake Nation Media Network. Casey Johns, our executive producer, back at the network studios. Handoff going to, I believe this is to Jalen Lopez. Not much running room, straight up the gut. Pretty impressive stuff here for the Westlake defense. And Rhett Steppe again making headlines there with the stop behind the line of scrimmage at the 29-yard line. It's a loss of 2 on the play. Rhett Steppe really showing up here. Going to show up a lot tomorrow in film as well.
It's a name you've been calling an awful lot here in the second half, Joe. I tell you what, this defense, I would be willing to bet when they went over to the sideline, even though they were put in a bad spot off the interception, I bet they got an earful when they got to the sideline. Let's see if they want to send a little message here on this drive.
Kind of dig. We haven't really talked about the alternate helmet all that much. Westlake in the all blues. They opted for the white uniforms and the blue bottoms last week, but they went with the silver helmet. This week, going with the alternate helmet with the shaps on the side. Pistol formation here for Mendoza, looking to hand it off. Not much running room, still waiting patiently across the 30. Good run here for the Akins tailback. As Jalen Lopez is a football player, ladies and gentlemen, he really understands where he's supposed to be. Of course, he had the tip interception that led to the score, ran for the score as well. Good stuff. As we've seen a lot of guys get an opportunity here in the backfield just because of personnel. Lopez getting an opportunity along with, I don't believe we actually have, yeah, Lopez is the we have actually a player that's wearing number 27. Or actually, I believe it's number 22. Yeah, that's Noah Ortiz that actually is getting the run here in the backfield. On 3rd down and 6, they bring in Ortiz. Ortiz wrapped up immediately. Again, Rhett Steppe is the man that's there first, and he hauls him to the ground. So, 3rd and 6 after Ortiz's patient run of 4 yards. On 2nd down, goes backwards, and Rhett Steppe really putting together a resume tape here for Tony Salazar and Jason Jones to go over tomorrow in the defense room. And another gentleman that's earning some playing time there. Good to see down on the field is Kyler Layton. Layton, the attack team player of the week, and of course the Advanced Orthopedics Fan Camp. A lot of people that are related to the dudes that are playing right now. Absolutely elated that they're getting to see a lot of guys play. Emptying the bench, but Judson Crockett has checked in, a starter back in at corner. On 4th down and 8. Aaron Martinez back around his own 20-yard line to punt this one away. 5:21 left in the ballgame. 56-6 your score. They're going to let this clock run all the way down inside 5 seconds before Martinez fields this snap. Good snap this time. Martinez just going to hang out with it. Rugby punt this one downfield. Heath McCree is not back deep, but going and getting this one and having to retrieve the ball back inside the 15-yard line. Second time we've seen this happen to Grady Bartlett. The last time there was a penalty, so again it erased that punt return. This time it goes off his hands and rolls down inside the 15-yard line. So again, a negative play on a punt for Aaron Martinez, who watches it goes off the fingers of Grady Bartlett and inside the 15 to the 14. So a lot of real estate to work.
Notice Westlake no longer rushing the punter here after a couple of roughing the punter penalties. I think Tony Salazar and company said enough of that. Let's just let him get the kick away. We'll take the football and go about our business on offense.
42-yard punt for Aaron Martinez. 2 wide receivers to the right of Monsivice. They're just going to hand it off inside, and Sabraco with that big cast, able to get out past the 15-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress in between the 18 and the 19-yard line. So good first down run there by Trevor Sabraco. Normally those type of over-the-hand casts are reserved for big, burly defensive linemen, but not the case. As Sabraco said, nope, I only need one hand, and the other one's to cover it up.
Makes him look tough.
Monsivice with a back on either side. Again, up the middle. Across the 20, out to the 22-yard line before he is upended there. And the tackle made by J.P. Lopez in middle linebacker position there, getting the call. Another attack team player of the week, Jason Feldhot. Feldhot getting the attack team player of the week as the offensive player who prepared the defense for the Judson Rockets. Feldhot must be pretty special if he's mimicking the players for the Judson Rockets.
Yeah, good luck trying to mimic those guys. 2
wide receivers to the left of Monsivice, 1 to his right, a back on either side, and now a snap. I believe this is going to be a timeout.
Timeout. Westlake, they're first in the second half.
And we'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is
Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a young man, he's had a passion for helping others. And after 35 years of being an attorney, he still wakes up each day with that same burning desire. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
It's the the Howdy Honda Summer Sale, and it's happening right now at HowdyHonda.com. We have a growing selection of new and pre-owned Hondas in stock and ready to deliver. Get zero down on any car on the lot. Make no payment for 90 days. Right now, we've got plenty of cars at or under $15,000. That means zero down and only $250 a month. Call us now, log on now, do it now at Howdy Honda and HowdyHonda.com. But you better hurry because it all ends Monday night.
We welcome you back again out of the timeout. Good running play up the middle here for the Westlake Chaparrals. Get a look at the replay here. Once again, the big man, Zach Benford-Wiggins, the junior, upended as he moved across the 30-yard line to the 31. Picked up the first down. Sabraco stays in the ball game here. Another wide receiver checking in as Stephen Fuqua, the junior wide receiver, splits wide right of the quarterback. Again, same formation here. Handoff going to Benford-Wiggins. Wiggins running left. Good head of steam here across the 35 to the 36 before Caleb Stever. Get a backup defensive lineman who also starts at tight end. Good 6-yard run here. We'll set up 2nd and 4 with 2.5 minutes to play in the ballgame.
You watch a guy like Benford-Wiggins, Joe, who I guess is probably 4th on the running back depth chart at Westlake, and you think this is a guy in a different program that would be making a significant impact, and maybe still at Westlake. He's only a junior, but just tells you something about the kind of players that are on this roster.
2nd and 5, and again, this time Benford-Wiggins breaking loose down the sidelines. Flag on the play. He breaks it loose at 30, down to the 20, inside the 15 before he is tackled out of bounds. He fumbles the ball. They're going to call him inbounds? Yes, they are. They're calling the ball down at the 5-yard line, and it's Akins football. I thought he went out of bounds, but we'll have to see what the flag is all about. And if it's holding, Akins is going to decline this and take the ball. Be the 2nd turnover of the night for the Westlake Chaparrals. Let's see if we can take a peek at the Thomas J. Henry replay from our vantage point. Good running room out here. Nice stiff arm there of Loving. And Benford-Wiggins shedding tacklers, trying to keep people away from the football, and he's definitely in bounds there. That's a nice job there, closing speed for Aaron Martinez. But this play is going to come back.
Way to see our officials sort this out, but you're right, Joe. They're walking everybody all the way back down to the Westlake end of the field.
It's really interesting because the flag came out after Benford-Wiggins had passed the first down marker. So if it is holding, they're going to spot this from 10 yards, the spot of the foul. So, again, don't know if there's 2 flags on the play, but we'll find out soon enough from Brian Jones. He'll explain it to us. We'll let him do his job.
We're thankful we haven't heard as much from Brian Jones tonight as we heard from some of our officials the first couple of weeks of the season.
Cal Livingood in the ball game. Fuqua checks out. Livingood in. Also some late substitutions here. Jeremiah Barber back into the ball game here. He'll check in for Humberto Trevino.
Against Westlake, number 54. 10 yards, 2nd down.
So they must have ruled, and this is what that conversation probably on the 5-yard line was all about, Ricky. They must have ruled that he did not fumble the ball, that he was actually out of bounds. That's the only reason why Akins does not have the football right now. So Monsiváis back working on 2nd and 15 inside 2 minutes to play here. Fell out with the carry. Jason moving to the left side of the formation out to the 27 to the 28-yard line before he's brought down there. In the ball game for the Westlake Chaparrals, getting a look at Priest White, senior offensive lineman, first-year man. Also, Jose Acuna in the ball game as backup offensive lineman. Zach Rones, another attack team player of the week, a wide receiver in to the right, to the wide right of Monsiváis. 3rd down and 13 here. The handoff will go straight up the gut to Sabraco. Sabraco breaking through across the 35 to the 36-yard line before he is tackled there. Good head of steam for Trevor Sabraco. And it's a strong run. Stop made by Aaron Martinez. As Sabraco picks up 9 yards for the effort. And it's 4th down and 4. Inside a minute to play. And Westlake most likely will run what could be the final play of the ball game, if not the final 2. They'll try to pick up the first down here. Monsiváis with a back on either side. 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Looking to turn and hand it off here. Now driving the pile towards the first down marker, and it is close. Right at the first down marker, and they got it. The chains move. How about that last-ditch effort by Trevor Sobracco and his mates up front, just pushing that pile with reckless abandonment here at the end of a 56-6 ball game to the 42-yard line, and Sobracco moves the chains, and that should do it. It's handshakes and high fives time for the Westlake Chaparrals, who have put together their 43rd consecutive program win here with a 56-6 win over the Akins Eagles. Coming up next for the Westlake Chaparrals, a bye week ahead of September 23rd's matchup with Lake Travis Cavaliers. For the Akins Eagles, they will move on as well to next week's matchup with Lake Travis. The play of the quarter here in the 4th, presented by Covert Hutto. It's the 7-yard touchdown run. Right here to the left side to Jalen Lopez, the lone touchdown of the ball game here for the Akins Eagles. Again, hats off to the Eagles getting into the end zone there. And we'll go down to Jim Knox here momentarily, who will have the postgame thoughts of one Tony Salazar as the postgame handshakes continue here. Westlake again victorious, 56-6. They go to 3-0 on the season, 1-0 in district play. Akins falling to 0-3 and 0-1 in district play. Like I said, the road does not necessarily get better for the Akins Eagles. They go right to Lake Travis next week. So with that, we await the Tony Salazar. And while we have a moment, hats off to Joey Sachs and his crew as we, through all the crowd and the student song, or the school song, we'll try to get the thoughts of Tony Salazar momentarily. So let's go down to the field now, and Jim Knox is with Tony Salazar. Jim?
All right, thanks, Joe. I was just talking to Coach, and everybody got to play tonight, right?
I believe that's the case. That's what you want. You like nights like this.
This is a great night. You dominated completely the entire way, even with 3 or 4 deep. What name stood out for you tonight, Coach?
Well, we'll take a look at the film to judge that. I mean, there's some good things. Obviously, earlier ones, you know, we got a 9-step punt return game. I really liked when we returned the ball. We did some good things. We got to clean up penalties and special teams a little bit. But other than that, I think everybody collectively as a team, we did a good job tonight to get 56 points.
And the nice thing about it, a lot of reps for the folks that you haven't seen before, but also everybody got out of here. No key injuries. You got the bye week, then you get Lake Travis.
We're right where we want to be. Get to the bye 3-0, you know, and now we can take a deep breath, and we'll learn from this tape tomorrow, and then we'll give them this weekend off, and that'll be a good day for them to recharge their batteries this weekend, and then we'll get back to work next week to see if we can get better.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Another win. Appreciate it, Joe.
Thank you very much. Jim Knox, as always, part of our Howdy Honda postgame show is, once again, Tony Salazar leading this team to its 3rd straight victory. And, of course, the Kia Round Rock drive of the game happened early on. Sun's still up. Didn't take much. Go up top here towards Jaden Greathouse for big yardage. Lots of time. The offensive line providing Skinner all the room. And they go right down the field. And, of course, on the final play of this drive, Westlake finding pay dirt on the play action. Skinner looking very comfortable. Fires over the middle of the field to find Keaton Quebec, and we were off to the races. 7-0 Westlake, as that's your Kia Round Rock drive of the game. And it's how Westlake started, and they never let their foot off the gas. Once again, taking care of business. To borrow a little Elvis phrase, that's exactly what Westlake did tonight against Akins. Your Covert Austin stats. Again, we head to the post-game meeting here. As you can see, this is where Tony Salazar shines. Obviously, the face of the program over the last 8 seasons has been Todd Dodge, of course, the legend there. But when you talk about the final stats for Westlake, 36 plays overall, 21 run plays, 15 pass plays, 325 yards in total offense, 165 on the ground, 160 in passing yardage. About even. That's okay.
That's balanced.
Skinner, 12 of 13 for $157 and 2 touchdowns. Acosta, 1 of 2 for 3 yards and a interception. 2 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown run. And, of course, you get the opportunity to take a look at some of the running backs that got an opportunity. Bartlett, 6 carries, 57 yards and a score. And, we got our first look at a guy that I saw during the scrimmage. And, it's that old adage in high school football. What does he look like getting off the bus? What does he look like in pads? Well, I'm telling you what, if you were to go to Central Casting and dial up number 28, Zach Benford-Wiggins, I've been kind of waiting to see when he'd get his opportunity, and he did not disappoint. 6 carries, 43 yards, and a score. And, of course, the wide receivers doing work. Greathouse, 3 catches, 57 yards. Quebec, three catches for 21 yards and a score. And, of course, Mays, 3 catches with 43 yards. 20 first downs for the Westlake Chaparrals in this ballgame. 7 penalties for 50 yards. All in all, a pretty good night for the Westlake Chaparrals. Headed into the bye week. Akins headed to Lake Travis, as we will bring you into the broadcast booth momentarily as Westlake continues their post-game conference as they'll walk out of Burger Stadium into their bye week. Again, this is a week generally where you'll see a lot of the guys get an opportunity as we welcome you inside the Plains Capital broadcast booth. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle. Final thoughts on this one, Ricky, because, again, this is what we knew was going to happen. It's take care of business for Westlake. For Akins, it's stay healthy, be competitive. And I think we saw that touchdown run by Jalen Lopez in the fourth quarter. That was pretty much worth the price of admission if you're an Akins Eagles fan.
No doubt. Obviously hard for Akins to move the football all night, but when they did get that opportunity, they were able to take advantage of it and get that touchdown, which was great to see. From the Westlake perspective, I think you think about the confidence this has brings some of the younger guys, including Brett Skinner, quarterback, who hasn't played a ton, completes all, but I think he said one of his passes tonight was able to spread the ball around. A lot of things to build on. The offensive line gets more experience, and then it's kind of a perfect time for a bye. We're used to Lake Travis being packed in there at the end of the season right before the playoffs. Now you get to reset. Your biggest regular season game of the year against your biggest rival comes up. Great timing for the bye week, I think, for Westlake.
And everybody can get some time to get as healthy as they possibly can. Of course, no rest for the weary for Akins. They go to Lake Travis next week. We'll send it to highlights now as we take a look at some of the action that happened here tonight at Burger Stadium. It was early and often for the Westlake offense. Of course, a lot of good plays on the defense as well. Special teams, 2 punt returns for a touchdown for the Westlake Chaparrals, 3 in the last 2 games alone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights. Again, the final score, Westlake defeating Akins 56-6 here at Burger Stadium. So my
owned and operated dealership since 1909. We know our community and we know trucks. Come on in and check out our huge selection of available F-150s. More selection than anyone in the market. Or lock in special rates on any custom order F-150 you choose. 2.9% for 60 months, 3.9% for 72 months, or even 84 months at only 4.9%. These specials apply to custom order units only, and they don't come around often. Come see us at Covert Ford in Austin, or follow us on social media. When it comes to your dealership, don't look any further than Covert Ford in Austin. CovertFord.com.
Attorney Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on the tough cases and obtaining results that speak for themselves. From the time he was a young man, he's had a passion for helping others. And after 35 years of being an attorney, he still wakes up each day with that same burning desire. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. If you're searching for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV in Central Texas, look no further than Covert Ford and Covert Chevy in Hutto. We take great pride in making sure that every one of our customers is treated just like family. From pre-ordering your custom dream car to scheduling your test drive and free home delivery, Covert always goes above and beyond. There's only one place you'll need to shop for your next Ford or Chevy, and that's Covert in Hutto. Call or text my cousin Dan.
Come see what we're all about.
Hi, I'm Courtney Covert for Covert Cadillac. With our new custom order program, you can customize a Cadillac that's as unique as you are and have it delivered in just 90 short days. Make your dream Cadillac a reality. CovertCadillac.com.
Pain. What if there was a better way? Restore is the place where hyper wellness was born, where expert guidance leads to measurable progress that has you finally feeling your best. Restore. Do more.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.